ये चलो What is up? What is up? What is up, boys? A very good morning. Just उठा माँ कसम 5 मिनट पहले कोई अलार्म काम में नहीं आया. शायद तुम लोग की गालियाँ काम में आई. जस्ट मतलब होली मेरा ना एलेक्सा बजा ना मेरा फोन बजा, मतलब सब बजा, लेकिन मेरे को कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया. हेलो 2:30 का अलार्म डाला था मैंने, लेकिन मेरे को ऐसा कुछ तो झटका है और मैं ऐसा टाइम देखा, मैं ओह शिट 3:25. आर यू किडिंग मी? गुड मॉर्निंग बॉयज. गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग. व्हाट इज अप? मैं आ गया. ठीक है ठीक है. www ठीक है. कितना वेट करूं? मैं आ गया, मैं आ गया, मैं आ गया. नया नहीं, मैं जस्ट उठा. ऑन स्ट्रीम ही आना पड़ेगा, वैसे भी अभी किक चालू हो रहा है. आइए प्राउड ऑफ हर्ष खेल रहे. कोचिंग बोल दे, कोचिंग बोल दे. हेलो बंगला, हेलो.
Sắc truyền thiên hạ, triệu hồi hảo kiệt bốn phương, về phương Nam tranh đấu. Khâm thử.
Having a year off, it's been tough as a
भाई
player.
एक मूवी बनाओ ना भाई.
I think I'm enjoying it.
लेट्स गो जी.
I don't know when is going to be my last
ये
chance.
पोल डालने का जरूरत है क्या
Because
इसकी?
he
तो
was offered to me.
Every time in our bracket, I think we grew even stronger. I believe we can go up again.
ये लोग को वॉल्यूम कम है क्या?
달려가고 있기 때문에 맹렬히
Hello?
돌진하도록 하겠습니다.
Yung hunger ko, yung hard work ko, hindi po times ko talaga para lang mapatunayan na kahit anong ako
GPRX?
papunta is nandun yung impact na kaya kong ilagay para sa team.
See you on the server. Good luck.
अरे मतलब मेरा मतलब था आज दोनों में से पहला कौन जीतेगा. माफ करो यार. आप लेट आए. वेटिंग 15 मिनट से रिफ्रेश कर रहा था यार. सच्ची में जस्ट उठा दे. मैं हर बार स्ट्रीम का 1 घंटे पहले उठता हूँ, बट आज पता नहीं क्या हो गया. अभी वॉल्यूम कम लग रहा है मेरे को. हेलो बाय. हे बे वेन्यू फर्स्ट विकेट भाई, आप प्लीज रिवर्सिंग लगा दो. आई बैडली नीड अ जॉब स्विच.
From Ho Chi Minh City
तेरे को
in
जॉब नहीं
Vietnam,
मिलेगा.
it is the first day of the
टेंशन ना लो.
VCT Pacific Finals
thank you for the
weekend,
100
and your
मेरी जान
first
करते.
matchup, it's Global Esports taking on Full Sense. Global Esports, it was already so
भाई, ये
impressive that they did
नॉन
so
चला
well
तो
in the
बंदा
group
देखा?
stage that they qualified to playoffs and are
हाँ?
the first team
एक
to
बंदे को
qualify
fist
to
bump दे दे रहा है.
Masters London. The biggest
Non-challenge,
question is,
non-challenge.
can they take it all? Can they earn everything and become champions of stage 1?
Yeah, you said
Volume
it.
कम लग रहा है मेरे को.
For that team, but on the other side, it's Full Sense.
Absolutely. Pacific's AIM Demons are now on the Vietnamese stage and 1 win away from the grand finals. Could this be redemption for the Thai squad, who came so close to champions last year and so close to that Pacific trophy?
Yeah, this is so personal for Cruz and Sense. Not only is it bringing a full Thai squad to another roadshow where they fell
भाई
short
Vietnam
last
में भी
time,
गेमिंग
but
बहुत हैवी
also
है.
to an international event for the first time in so many years.
ये लंदन में हो रहा है.
Playing against his old head coach, and he'll want it to be proved that he is the better leader in the server and lead his way and his team into the grand final.
Yeah, this team will be having flashbacks to Japan last year. They missed out so narrowly on that international. Now we know that they've made it there. Can they change that road show
Quality
narrative? Can they get that win here and advance to the grand final?
And suddenly it hits you. Suddenly the players walk onto
Huh?
that stage, they face the fans, and they know that
Turn
this
it
is
to
their
me.
moment. You see the smiles from the players as well, and they kind of transform because they realize that this is it. This is what they have to show to everybody watching Pacific right now.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match. It is for a spot in the grand final. Both of these teams already qualified.
चल
Momentum they've had through the upper bracket. They both got an upset over a titan, a behemoth of Pacific on the way into that international event, and they want to prove that they are the best. And it
I
wasn't a
love
one-time
white baby.
Yeah, they're on the hunt for that first seed. You get that advantage over there at Masters, which is not small, by the way. But I think more than that, it's about the
10-20
pride.
peak
It's
hai,
about
be.
proving you're the best in
20-26
Pacific. Well, we already know
Member
Pacific
chat
is
में
the best in the world.
live नहीं आता
This
तो
means so
almost
much to
end
everybody
होना
on
था
the
आज.
stage. And
Goat
you
को
just know
बजो
they're
गिली
going to bring their
चुम्मी.
A game here.
I remember when you
love
made
you,
a comment,
love you,
back
love
stage
you.
1 when you were like, oh, your grand finals is our group stage. But
Exactly.
look at the finals of our group stage. It's like a Masters for champions that we have over here. This is just how we do it. And for these teams, it is the perfect practice before stepping onto that
अरे तो
Masters
देख
London
किट के साथ
stage.
पता
For
क्वेश्चन
full
में
sense,
क्या
we already know that they are experienced at this. GE
General
has a big
language.
question for them. How are they going to look like on that stage?
किक
Yeah, I mean,
पिन
it's
कर
different
दे
playing in front of a
दले
big crowd. A lot of noise there,
कर
a
रहा हूँ
lot of upsets going on, a lot
गाली
of
देते मेरे
disruption
को.
to your schedule. How you respond to adversity is how you are able to win. So I
Chat,
think this
please.
is a great test for all the players here.
Please,
Totally agree.
दो
Heading into
game हम
London, I
लोग को
mean,
जीतने
Cruz
का है.
is going to be the experienced
दो
leader
game हम
in
लोग
the
को
server
जीतने
up
का है,
against
दो.
Harvey. It's his rookie
London
year
तो पहुंच
as
गए
an
हम लोग.
IGL, and he's
हाँ.
already accomplished so much for an organization
game
that had a tough
जीतेंगे.
time breaking into the top
Playoff
four.
भी होएगा.
If Global was to be led
AWC
by a
भी
rookie
होएगा.
IGL to win the whole league, that would be something truly historic.
भाई
Absolutely. You
कुछ
look at the
crazy हो जाएगा
experience
दो
gap
गेम जीते
between
बस
Cruz
दो
and Javi
बस
on these
दो
kind of stages, right? Javi just is starting on his journey, and you have Cruz who said in that
आपके
teaser
बिना
that
Valor
this
देखने का
could be his
मजा नहीं
last
आता.
chance.
Love you,
So
Sam
that's
bhai.
pretty dangerous for him as well. If he knows it's going to be one of his last chances, then you know that he's going to bring everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think we take a look again at
AWC
this beat.
होगा,
So I think for me, it makes
वो
a lot
नहीं हो
of
रहा
sense.
है.
Full
Playoff
sense
नहीं करूँगा.
that are
मतलब नहीं
selecting
कर
split there.
सकते.
Last time we saw it from GE, it was that defeat to Paper Rex.
लेकिन वो वाला
13-3.
करेंगे.
It didn't look very
जो
strong,
वहाँ
so
पे
curious
AWC
what
में जो matches
competition
होता है ना,
that
वो
they
करेंगे.
will be bringing into that, and GE insta picking that breeze. We
I
know they're so good.
wouldn't be surprised that if both of them change comp, to be honest. For
Yeah.
full sense, they did play Deadlock Cypher.
भाई
It's something
बाप
Frost
तो
is
लग
very
रहा है बे
familiar with, but it's
stage.
something that also played quite well into Zeta, I believe it was. I think I said Farrell before, but it was Zeta they played against, and it really cracked down on their double duelers. For
Every
GE,
बराबर
they also
audience.
changed to the Vice comp, which didn't work particularly well against Paper Rex. So I wouldn't be surprised
split.
to see change-ups for both of these teams. It's been a
हम
little
लोग का
while
split
since
कैसा है?
Full Sense have played it, and they picked it into this series. So I think
100%
Cruz has
win
learned
rate
a little
है.
something from
ठीक है.
Frost about mind games and
Absolutely.
structuring maps and how you're kind of picking them into some of these series.
I think Cruz knows Frost too well to not change here in my mind. Frost is so good at these antis, and we know how good this GE team is when they have a strong anti to work with. I'd love to see a swap coming out from Full Sense.
Oh, I totally agree, and I think that for Full Sense having a
Oh.
look at
Full
what
Sense
they're
का
bringing
यार.
into here, this screams Paper Rex, this screams aggression. They've been adopting a lot of their comps at the moment, and I think on this attacking side,
भाई
they want to
वॉल्यूम
start
कम
out
है कि
pedal
मेरा
to the
गया
metal.
है
Yeah,
कान.
we take a look at Global Esports. They're rocking with that Sage. I love the Sage in this meta, and we saw how brilliant it is for them on Breeze. Javi understands this agent so well, and it has so much stopping power.
कम है ना?
Yeah, I mean, against the Jet and the Rays,
Come
though,
on.
they
Take it,
could
take it.
potentially have a little bit more mobility over some of these Sage walls.
Well, let's get ready for map number 1. Vietnam,
देख
say
रहे हो?
hello to your casters. Paper Thin and Achilles.
और देख रहे हो chat?
Oh, baby, what a pleasure it is to be here live in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm Achilles, that's Paper Thin.
Achilles बोलते.
Today, welcome back to the best damn region in the whole damn world. EMEA, Americas, to never. China, you got
तेज
yours.
बेबी
You
देखो.
got yours.
कोई भी आज ये नहीं बोल सकता है कि ये एजेंट क्यों लिया, वो मैप क्यों लिया, उसकी गाफ क्यों ली, वहां पे क्यों नहीं गए. बाय लंदन जा रहे हैं, लंदन जा रहे हैं, कैसे जा रहे हैं तुम लोग को नहीं मालूम रहेगा, मेरे को मालूम रहेगा बाप खेल के. But you get my point. You get my point.
Talent squad. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it really is, and it's the double
बंस
SEA
भाई
teams as
रिदिमा
well
जी
here to
की
kick
याद
off
आती है.
today. The spot in the
इतना नहीं
grand
आता,
finals on
बातचीत
Sunday
करके जमा
on
हो
the
गया.
line.
चलो
Lose,
भाई.
you have to play again
Sam bhai, thank you
tomorrow.
for the
Heck, both these
membership.
squads haven't gotten to see them in a best of 5 this year for Global Esports. Never.
Right.
They'll be playing their first BO5 guaranteed win or lose. But you
जोकर
want
भाई
that
को
first
कभी
seed
वैल्यू खिलाओ ना,
going into
खिलाएंगे.
Masters London. You want to
क्या
have that nice
position?
little breather.
करने
Get
वाला
back,
था.
study the other squads, get your
तुम लोग
prep
क्या
ready,
लगा, मैं
and
अभी
then get onto the server and pound. So we'll see who's going to be able to come out on top here. But I really do like the adjustments. The Sage coming up for Javi again as we get ready to go to Split. We've
Zavi bolte.
seen that give fits to every single team they've come up against.
Yeah, and we should be seeing a lot of the Sage with Breeze coming into the mix as well for GE. So I'm really excited about this, an agent that I've been
Primi,
begging to see
0
more of
kills
for them,
alt.
to be completely honest,
Mera lag raha
because
hai Primi
I think they
marega.
have some of the best Sage tech and ideas
Heavy.
that I've seen in years. So we're really excited that Javi's going to be piloting that again, that he's going to be bringing out some of that really unique ideas and strategies.
PRX
cool
के fan
walls
है
that they use on
हर
Breeze.
जगह
I'm
पे world
planning
में
to see them implemented here as well.
Crowd here. Excited.
सिर्फ PRX ही
ready.
दिख रहा है मेरे को हेलो जी का
Get
मैच
into the
प्लीज
action. I mean, this is
Too
just
much to go,
a drop in the
Mumbai,
bucket for what
फिर
we've got going on here.
बचा
in Ho Chi
देगा,
Minh
land
City,
bench
down in
रहेगा
the
भी।
lobby. A massive activation
उड़ान का
for
हैप्पी
the
बर्थडे आज
fans.
आज नहीं है
Line
उस
out
दिन
the
था
door.
विश किया मैंने
These guys have been pumped and ready to watch Valorant. I'm so happy to bring matches of this caliber right here to their doorstep.
No, this is so
भाई
awesome.
heavy बड़ा बड़ा है
I
बे
know how much passion there is in this country for esports.
बहुत
You know,
प्यारा
throughout
stage है लेकिन।
our years of casting, like we've had so many players. And
ऋषि सर जीत गए सी आफ्टर द गेम हो गया गेम हो गया इससे ज्यादा पॉजिटिविटी हम लोग ने 5 साल में फील नहीं किया हो गया चिल करो मैं तो बोलता हूँ बर्गर ऑर्डर करो बर्गर हाँ है कि नहीं
region.
And of course, a rough road of it. Be eliminated from that. Had to play
मेरे को क्यों
best
गाली
teams
पड़
in the
रही है?
tournament and nearly made their way into the playoffs himself, but now finds himself already slotted for Masters London. But where they end up in the seeding is yet to be
Batman
decided.
by
But
solo
into the
versus
action we
squad.
do go. Sense slow little creep out. Batman. Little turn. No, ends up getting caught by that flash, and they turn back. They're able to spot him out, and that's going to be Jit Boys coming away with the kill. So Batman down. Nice and early. Full sense now with an open B site.
Yeah, I love the way Primi entered there. It was
कोई सीन नहीं
back
देखो
first.
अब
He
भी
was watching
चश्मा
for somebody
साफ
to
किया
be
था
tucked up on
समझ
top
रहे
of that box. So don't take any casualties, only a smidge of damage.
Autumn, however, will find one. Jit Boys.
4v4 भाई वो लोग को रीड है एक बंदा मिड में करके अब मेन ये कि वो लोग का रीटेक कैसा होता है
It's okay, a couple things to tweak there. But Remy is going to be the one taking point here, trying to hold that back the flood. Sees the gun barrel, gets one, gets two! Palua going to be joining in, able to find Hobby, but Yudotan now last one standing for the team, is able to find it, but Cruz, cheeky little position, up
Primi ने
into
कुछ
heaven,
ज़्यादा
will
नहीं
be
मारा
able to
वहाँ
take
पे
him down in full sense, get the opening pistol.
Yeah, not too much to that round. A little bit of contact
Huh?
from the Fade Prowler over
कैमरा
towards
एक्सचेंज
Cruz.
कैमरा
He
भाई
absorbs
कैमरा
that.
नहीं है
He
प्रॉब्लम
keeps the extra players over on that side of the map. And again, this execute so well thought out already. You're covering so much here. Primi gets the spot. Jit Boys gets the kill. Autumn does find the one, but who else right on the point of attack clicking heads? It's Primi, your global ACS leader currently.
प्रीमी
Kicking
भी
it off
ग्लोबल
just how you would expect.
एफ अरे बहनचोद
Solid start here for full sense. Going to be looking for a bit of a
Yes!
easy pick up on the anti-eco. We'll see. Global Esports can really make them work.
हेलो
For now, just Trailblazer forward. Remy,
आगे
self all the way to the top of ramp. Meanwhile,
रिफ्रेश
be
रिफ्रेश
silence from the stack over on the B side of the map for Global Esports.
प्रिम ड्रॉपर है ठीक है 1 सेकंड रुक जाओ फट से रिफ्रेश करो 1 सेकंड
Pull back. Ooh.
Oh, Jit Boys is getting in too deep here. They're looking to overwhelm them. They shall. So
अभी
they're
1
gonna be
सेकंड रुक जा
recovered.
अभी 1 सेकंड
Spawn doesn't turn back though, so won't be able to get the spot out on Autumn. Full rotations now, they're coming
वी
through.
बैक
Tries
रिफ्रेश
to get that spike
रिफ्रेश
forward into the
हो
site.
गया.
Remy at the same time, he's cutting back across towards B, and he's not going to be able to intercept anyone.
Gonna read this corner because Primi's already pushed that far through.
Since they're so scattered at the moment, it'd be very easy
अरे
to isolate
यार
these kills, but Autumn does
कैसे
eventually
रीड
found
किया है
Cruz now
भाई
the
कितना
silent lurk
प्यारा
up the row.
oh my
Spike gets
god
planted, swing in the corner, spot on one. The turn back, however, and he's only going to be good for the single kill.
भाई घुमा क्यों
But
वो
able to take him down, the Guardian now in hand for Hobby. This goes into a 3v3, and Full
Sim
Sense
Sniper.
cannot afford to lose any more of these weapons. They still just have that one Marshall in hand. All going to be cutting off some of the sight lines, but okay, Leviathan looking alive and well.
आइडियाज है
Part of the
कुछ
final three.
Yeah,
कुछ
they
कुछ
got a
ideas
little
है.
scrappy in
Not
there.
bad,
I mean,
not
it's really
bad, not
interesting
bad.
that Full Sense is willing to
Sound बड़ा है अभी,
send so
इससे
many
ज़्यादा
players
full
out
से
on
ऊपर क्या
solo
करूँ मैं?
missions during this anti-eco to kind of explore the map, look for space. And what's crazy is they're given a ton, and it almost ends up costing them because there's these little gaps that Global Esports is able to find. They're able to grab some guns, maybe do some damage. Primi eventually kind of piecing the puzzle together there. Maybe going to be a
Flare
player
cam लगाने
who
बोल,
that
on the way.
range. They're able to get through it in the end, but it looked a little bit dicey for a moment. Strong hold, Patman.
Hell, and right forward into the smoke. Patman greets him with a bullet. It's a headshot, and that's going to be a shutdown.
Easy for Patty, ऐसा बोलते हैं.
Sending
Huh?
three-player wrap.
Easy
into
for
heaven.
Patty.
Bottom is here, spot out on the one. It's Dink there on the Jit Boys. Gonna be Leviathan in Kahlua, able to find 2 kills in response. So this now gets brought into a 3v3 in full sense. We're still looking decent in this bonus.
Yeah, they pretty well aware that strong side is
Crystal.
going to be over there. It's just are you going to
Please.
be ready for Crystal here?
दो मारना.
Well, not quite. Has them lined up. Leviathan and Cruz both gonna be taken down, and now it's on Kahlua to try to.
W baby.
Well, we're confirming. They have him surrounded. The vent.
Try करना है कि अपन 3 guns रखे. 3 guns रखा W. एक भी gun गिरा तो वो लोग का हल्का सा good bonus हो जाएगा.
Go ahead. Out in the open.
वाह वाह
This is
वाह
a
क्या
bold
sexy
one.
plant है, मजा आ गया.
Unable to find the plant. Still 2 kills gonna be found in the bonus, but it's gonna be.
Love you यार किलवा भाई, love you यार.
Yeah, they're doing a good job here, already making some adaptations, ready for that entry that we saw in the pistol. This time is Patman. Shutting down
पिंक्स भाई
Premier
पेपर
League,
बहुत
not
अच्छा लिखा
allowing
है.
that space to
कॉलेज
begin.
वाले
Follow up with the wall
एक
to
और
make
बार
sure
लिखने
that
को
they
बोल
do
रहे
try
हैं.
to scale off the back of that, and it is just a coordinated
इसका
B
मतलब
hit.
शायद
They're
से
able
कुछ
to
फेल
stall
हुआ
it
है.
out until they lose a couple players up in heaven. All's
किसका
well that ends
map
well.
है? उनका
Crystal
map है.
finds 2, holds the line. Now you start getting into the big important rounds, rifle v rifle. Leviathan on the charts right now for full sense with 3 in that anti-eco. Abby doing a little perimeter control.
Perimeter
here
हो रहा है
in
अभी
make
नहीं.
sure that
Impossible,
behind that
0%.
box, has that wall, can block off some of this space. Flash doesn't confirm anything here, so kind of a interesting information standoff, but GE is reading this so well right now.
भाई सिर्फ एक प्रॉब्लम जो है, सिर्फ एक प्रॉब्लम कि यूजुअली जो मिड फाइट करते हैं ना, उसके लिए हम लोग को ओमेन चाहिए रहेगा.
Try to send a little bit of fake info here.
तो
try
जब
to keep the
सेज
players a little bit more
मोस्ट
pinned.
लाइकली
Yeah,
बी
he's
पे
gonna
जाएगा
send
ना,
the
तब
dog
हम
in.
लोग को शायद
Get cleared
मिड
to
क्रंच
some
फाइट
bar.
देखने मिले ओमेन ब्लाइंड के साथ
Full
कांटेक्ट
sense,
प्ले में
but
जो लोग खेलते हैं,
GE well aware. Already
कि उसके अलावा ब्लाइंड है
the
नहीं.
angle, but this is the strong side.
Really cautious about that as well because he's one away from having that showstopper online. Crystal's going to be rewrapping here at elbow, and already Jibbo's going to be taken out. But Premi is able to find one in response. Autumn now dead. Hyper spotted.
अरे एंटी उड़ो अल्टे उड़ो 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 मस्ती
Comes up with the kill.
उड़ो
and the
मस्ती ने
ult is
अल्ट मार.
online. Invested immediately, and he doesn't get the shot off. Premi, what a shutdown! Monsters killed from him, but still the round not getting over into a 2v2 as Javi healing forward through main. Anyone now will spot him out from on high. Leviathan somehow not going away with the kill, and now is into a 1v1. 15 seconds remaining. Absolutely stuck. Wrap around the back, and now they spotted each other out.
कैमरा में देख के बोल सकता हूँ पैटमैन
Find
क्लच
the
करेगा.
clutch hit. Tagged up a bit and taken down. Kahlua will stand tall, and full sense will stave off Global Esports.
Yeah, just a really scrappy round here. Full sense has to fight tooth and nail just to get the spike planted. Remy with some nifty maneuvering gets the kill, gets the updraft, avoids.
क्या हो रहा है?
Nice little play here where they TP Leviathan up onto the rafters and then they peek out and clear back of the
पागल हो गए क्या यूट्यूब?
It's right there.
हाँ?
Nicely coordinated.
Whitey,
from
are you
full
crazy?
sense. Oh my god. Unreal.
He's already dialed in, like he's got him lined up.
क्या मार रहा है भाई? वाइटी मेरी मार रहा है. ये लोग इसकी मार रहा है.
The eco attempt here for Global Esports. Nice out, however, Premi's able to find Uton first and foremost.
गलत मारा. फ्रेम ड्रॉप बंद हो गया. रिफ्रेश करो बंद हो
Noise
गया.
a bit, and now lead in with the Trailblazer through Mail.
Almost unfair. I mean, Premi
यार वो रन चाहिए था यार.
right now. Trying to slow down the dog, but Leviathan will claim Patman's life over here at Garage. See if he can find another.
भाई वो राउंड मिलता है ये लोग इको रहते थे यार. 3-2
Paranoia. Blows him up.
Just looking to hold his ground here. It does take a little bit of damage, but Crystal can't finish the job.
ठीक है एक काम करते हैं. टेक्निकली
Well, Premi fully team minded, but it's
Technically,
okay.
हम लोग-
Leviathan's got him covered.
3-2 है.
Gets himself a third of the round, another multi-frag
अरे
round.
नेट बराबर चल रहा है. नेट का वो सीन नहीं है.
Has had his ups and downs
नेट
throughout
खराब
the
रहता
stage,
तो मेरा
starting
ये
off
लोडिंग होता था
like
स्क्रीन.
Hodgman.
ये लोडिंग नहीं हो रहा है.
At the it out a little bit. But
Hello, Panko. I didn't wake up from alarm. I woke up from people abusing me.
We're now going to be up 4-1 off the back of a flawless round.
मेरा 2:30 का alarm किधर भी नहीं बजा. मतलब बजा लेकिन मेरे को मालूम नहीं पड़ा.
So much of it is frankly just like not just their coordination and some of their meta reads and their big picture stuff, but also their individual sort of like confidence and feeling. And something Cruz has talked about and that we've seen on stage is that he's done a really good job of getting everybody
ये attack map है defense. थोड़ा सा defense.
And everybody's having a good time no matter
थोड़ा
what.
सा
You see them
defense.
lose brutal rounds and they're just
Hi,
laughing.
bye. Excuse me.
It's like they don't have a care in the world, but that is what they needed. Like Cruz did a great job.
Like करो boys, 8,000 लोग देख रहे हैं. Stream में होने से पहले like कर दो पट से.
Able to bring that out, and we've seen Leviathan start to bounce back because of that.
Support FS.
How the rest of this series
मेरे
ends
से
up
कुछ
shaking
नहीं
out. I
होता.
think this is a moral victory for
ये
Cruz,
round FS
forcing
जीतेगा.
Frost to have to call it the first time out.
अगर 5 के likes हो गया तो.
That's true. Cruz didn't remember who the hell he was. Also, great to see Tila back.
Yes. Very good to see him.
मैं 25k देखा.
So
क्या चीज?
good to go, and so far it's off to a roaring start. And we're not really
गाली पड़ रही है मेरे को और ले 10 मैसेज गाली पड़ रही है.
Sage so far. Granted, it's just been basically the one rifle round.
अभी
but
भी गाली पड़
we need
रही
to
है.
start seeing that value come in. It's so good for them.
Frost ने बोले 2-0.
Constantly slowing things up,
2-0
shutting things down. But
भाई वो लोग का टीम बहुत heavy aimers है और भी
circumnavigate that
पूरा
wall, just
time
go
है.
up and over the top of it. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to try to find the value here. So
मेरे को याद नहीं लास्ट गेम मैंने कब देखा रहेगा जब प्रीमियम बेचारा नहीं मार पा रहा है.
They basically have a stacked deck, one charge, being 4 ults ready to go.
Kick next week, next
Slowing
week,
down
kick
the
next
front
week.
entrance here, but swings out wide. Oh my God, that was risky business.
I can always say on that one, trying to get 4, but we'll just end up being at 1 for 1. Hobby
प्यारा
now
शॉट
down.
मारा बे. प्यारा शॉट मारा बे जावी ने.
Try to slow up this approach.
That means you deny the showstopper. So that's worth it, big time. That's a very fine play for Javi to make. Knocked out a big piece of the puzzle for full sense. Now it's Patman's turn.
Spot out. Taking a little bit of damage here through that box. Meanwhile, Permit just dashing forward. Believe Shorty at the ready.
Oh.
Quite able to collect on that headshot.
Look at how quick Autumn is to come behind this.
उड़ो को वेंट देखना पड़ेगा सिर्फ.
Sight, nothing gonna be
Oh,
spotted.
shot रे
Making his way
Autumn.
forward into A main. Leviathan's going to be caught, so now the smoke's down. Looks like Full Sense are going to try to scale forward towards this defender spawn. Patman just on the other side of this boy's
दो मार
wall.
सकता है.
Have Privy dead to rights.
अरे.
Take him down, trades it back, but now it's still a player deficit for Full Sense. 4 for Ball and Crystal.
Shot
That's the
बे.
kill.
Defenders 30 seconds left.
Blue not quite going to get caught by that. Seeds does cover the spike, has it in hand, but he's going to be pushing into a 2-player stack. He's already counter-rotated back across to the B side. So Global Esports, damn good. Go ahead and
एक से
finish this round.
lucky.
And that will be it. Final op shot will give
इसमें
Global
मेरा कुछ
Esports
था
a
ही
second round
नहीं.
win.
Well, that's exactly what you were looking for. Some impact out of the stage.
मेरा कुछ था ही
And
नहीं
it
इसमें.
completely foils Full
Binks
Sense's
अगर
plans in the early
thank
part
you
of the
for
round.
the
They're not really
20.
able to kind of
तू
scale
stream
into the
देख
second
रहा
way
है
they
और
want to. They
कितना
get
अमीर
stalled
होएगा
up in
दिल
heaven.
से मेरी
Autumn is
जान.
quick, make those rotations. So I think that's also part of the adjustment Frost is talking about, that they're going to give you gaps with this comp, with this double duelist comp.
Back to
Try to take
background
advantage
नहीं
of them,
जीत
try to
सकता
put the pressure
मेरे
on
को नहीं
those
लगता.
flanks, and it causes Leviathan,
Back
who's
to
aware of
background
it,
नहीं
ready
जीत
for it
सकता
to
अपन.
crumble, and that just puts Full
क्योंकि
Sense
ध्यान से
in a
देखो वो लोग का
completely
मैप पिक
pinned
है
in
अपना
position.
नहीं है.
So they're going to try this again.
Get off the rip there for Autumn, and look at that boost up, and Yutan ends up sliding off the side of the wall. Still's going to be able to collect one, but Primic quickly trades it back. Showstopper now out for Jit Boy, slowed up on the approach by that orb. So bounding forward, it's going to be into the NBA site, having to evacuate this Global Esports. So even though it's into a 4v4,
हल्का सा
still decently does
पैर
favor Full
फिसल गया.
Sense. However, they do not have that pit available now. Seeing how entrenched they
हल्का
can
सा
get
पैर
opposed
फिसल गया.
Spike
ला ला.
planted.
They're going to have their work cut out.
पाँच बाय थैंक्स
Yeah,
फॉर द
Global
मेंबरशिप मेरी
Esports
जान
able to
कोटे.
spread the map for free, so, and you're going to lose
Oh my
Leviathan there.
God.
Primi going to be on flank duty.
Your duty is not over.
Rez. get him back.
एक
ACS leader right there. That is why I think he's the best player in the world right now. You know he's there. You can't stop him. He's just that good.
होने दे.
Your fear.
Unbelievable. Head had nothing but heads. Almost at the
Absolutely
6. Oh.
ridiculous.
नेट
And
पिक
what are
करना
you
मेरा
meant to
नेट का
do?
है ही नहीं.
For one, peeking him one by one, probably not going to be the play.
For sure.
Miss मार दो
Throw an
खड़े
army
रह
at this
के
guy, and I think he's going to be good to take down
टपट
both
करके
people. We'll be able to have one, but Yunaton cleans up with that bandit. Comes away with 2 kills. Brimmy and Leviathan both could be struck down. Meanwhile, re-swing out. Oh, Crystal, what a shot! They now look to come alive. Smooth movement from Jit Boys does take an immense amount of damage.
Yeah.
Though. Down to 4 HP.
वो
that
रेज
healing
से मेरा
desperately
YouTube में
needed
देखे
from
किसके
Kahlua.
सिम पे F क्यों हो रहा है लेकिन मेरा
This is a wild position to be in. Get haste and then
एकदम
come up with a
स्मूथ चल
thrifty.
रहा है बीच
Oh,
में
this would do wonders for global esports.
This
भाई
is
प्रीमिनियो
awkward, to
क्या
say the least.
मारा
I mean,
बे
you're gonna have to fight
प्रीमिनियो
so many
क्या
different
मारा
directions to
बे
get out of this. Good news is you haven't dropped a gun over yet.
Boys
Last player
will find the
standing.
one, but will get taken down. Now it is all in Kahlua once again. 46 health. The weapons haven't been recovered.
हाँ
No
ये
it's here. Has to go for the reload. And that will
Thirsty
be his
ball
death.
there. We
So
are
Thrifty gonna be confirmed.
back.
Global
We are
Esports
back. We are
rallying
back. We are
for a
back.
third round to win, but we need to see
Obvious
them
or white
start to
issue
rack up these rifle
I have
rounds.
no idea
Yeah,
I have
doubt
no
about
idea
it.
but
it is
my
a nice
stream
round for
is
them that they're able to just
smooth as
hit some
F
shots that maybe they weren't hitting before in the rifle rounds. Sometimes you just need that one thrifty, really get kind of feel of the game going. And good news here is you caught Primmy in
अच्छा
an
एक
awful
राउंड प्रीमी
position
ने
where there's
जीता
nobody to
है
cover
एक राउंड
with
उसने
that
शॉट
outlaw.
मिस
He's
कर
only
दिया
got
हम
2
लोग जीत
bullets
गए
in it. Ooh,
फिटूस
Crystal.
फिटूस हो गया
That is crispy. There you go. So right back into
भाई
it. Our
बाप
global
राउंड जीते हुए हम
esports
लोग बाप राउंड
maybe
जीते वो लोग का इकोनॉमी का अम्मा बेन हो गया
outdo him, but he's gonna have to
एंड हम
play it,
लोग
so
एक्चुअली
he's gonna
बैक
buy a
इन
gun
द
for this
गेम है
round.
अभी
Only a guardian for Leviathan. That one round enough to kind of put full sense a little bit off balance
थोड़ा
economically. There's
बिट रेट
that
कम
mid
कर लो
wall
नहीं
to
बिट
slow
रेट का भी नहीं
things
है
up.
रे
This is a counter to what we saw with Primmy with the Blade Storm earlier. He pushed up mid, he got a
एक और
free
बार हो
kill.
गया तो देखते
This is Javi trying to deny that.
Brimmy, he wants that kill, but Autumn is there for the counter swing. Good coverage.
बे ऑटम अच्छा खेल रहा है आज
Sports will shut
नहीं
down the
मतलब
knives nice and early. Still, weaponry in
हर
hand,
बार
but
अच्छा
forces
खेलता
to
है
put some damage through,
आरवी
but
के चैट में कभी भी
very
ऐसा होगा
solid
सुपर
start
चैट
for
करो
Global
भाई
Esports.
हेलो
Get closer and closer to trying to tie this up.
What can I do if someone kills the whole team like
Maybe
this?
You can just wait for the wall to drop.
Right now.
Nothing.
See if
You shrug it off and move
players here
on.
with info. Good for GE.
Natural out.
Spot out, quick little back pedal, slow orb is out. Oh, gonna be layering the paint shell on top of that. Thought maybe they'd go for a little bit of a trap play. Instead, Global Esports kind of happy to just open up these avenues a bit. As Autumn's presence is going to
30
be
seconds
confirmed, but I
left.
don't know if they're going to be ready for him to be this close up. And they are not. Autumn able to find himself a
देखा?
second kill there.
यहाँ
Three
से भी
overall
बंदे ने
round
दो
before
मारा।
finally getting taken out.
Oh,
The intercept, they see the jump across.
बहुत
They go
chilling
for a
scenes कर
repivot
रहा
here.
है।
Though. Actually, they can. 15 seconds remaining in the round.
अरे,
They have
अरे।
to commit to this one, and Crystal is waiting down below. We'll get the solid cleanup, just the one casualty in Autumn. As Global Esports now one away from tying it up.
Dad, we are back!
well, now they're starting to get some value again out of that Sage. It seems
मल्टी
like
स्ट्रीम
so
की वजह से
pivotal
हो
for this
सकता है मल्टी
competition.
स्ट्रीम चालू भी
Having that
किया है नेक्स्ट वीक से
information
चालू करने
layering,
वाला हूँ
and then you
एक्सक्लेमेटर
have
मार्क
the
किक
boombot afterwards to keep control of that mid space to make sure
नेक्स्ट वीक से
not giving the opportunity for full sense to scale. Primmy overheats a little bit, maybe feeling himself a bit too much after that
Cover attack.
5-kill round. The ace, quite the 6K, but overall, this round looks like kind of the Global Esports that
Timeout.
चैट सबसे पहले टाइम आउट कौन लिया कौन सी टीम डर रही है बताओ 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 हाँ 3-1 डाउन 4-1 डाउन लेकिन अपन ने एक टाइम आउट नहीं लिया समझ रहे हो हम लोग गेम के अंदर और उनके माइंड के अंदर
but Killua, Jit Boys, like everybody stepping up. Yes, Primmy
Who is
is
the
going
best Jet?
absolutely
अरे मेरा
crazy.
नाम तो लिखो
So
मैडम
are some of the other players behind him. And this Thai squad can just crack their way out of some bad situation.
ये कोच वो
Already
थोड़ा सा
fired up to get into the ear of Javi as IGL to make sure that they're doing all the right
कोच
things.
वो थोड़ा सा
Sense. See what kind of adjustments they want to make. Are they going to try to maybe
Cute
spread the map
side.
a little bit more? I wouldn't mind seeing them try to take some contact
देखा
fights.
तो क्लासरूम में लास्ट में रुका देते
Sage util
लोगों को
gives away a lot of information about
वो
what
वाला
Wilson's
vibe आ रहा
thinking.
है
So maybe now is one of those moments where you
हाँ?
put some of that trust into your individual players and say, hey guys, just try to take some
थोड़ा
fights
सा
1v1s so you
casual
can win 'em. Maybe
Yep,
we can
yep, that
create
was
some
the word.
opportunities
That was the
way
word.
And bait out the Sage util a little bit earlier so we can work with it. We can clear it a little bit quicker potentially. Things like that.
जी ने लिया था
But instead, they're just going to cruise through mid here.
Double hero. Vandals alongside these two singers and a sheriff. But, yeah,
मैच देखो
storm their way up through mail.
तीन ने लिया था टाइम आउट
These maneuvers. Cloudburst getting that coverage. You know, shots here. He is Hobby. Leviathan, however, going to be caught.
अबे अपने पास भी मैन है वो लोग पास हेवन भी नहीं है गया फाइनल बॉस गया
stranded outside of the pit as
फाइनल बॉस गया
good to see the game. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
हाँ शॉट मारा
Do my best to try to cast off the audio, but Batman has found himself in third. Kalua out
be.
dead. Drops down.
Oh
What?
my
Missed that shot,
god! Oh
Batman.
my god!
Blocks on for the headshot. Now it's just Cruz is
Oh
going to
my
bam down at
god,
Alley.
bro!
An unbelievable volume kill
Bhai.
from Batman, who nearly gets his own ace.
क्या मारा बे Batman! Oh
One of the other
my
superstars in this lobby is
god!
Batman. He has been
क्या मारा
gigantic
बे?
for Global Esports. He comes up with some of the best plays you will see.
भाई
That's
जानवर
another
तो है
one
बे
right there, just to
Batman.
add to the highlight reel for stage 1 Batman. Filthy. He is on. Oh, that is so smooth. That catches kill coming out of the door. I mean, the drop down there.
चट अभी हम लोग एकदम
Drops the elbow,
कंफर्टेबल
stands
पोजीशन
up.
में
We know what Pat does at the
7-5
global
हो गया
stages. He'll
तो
let
भी
you know.
चलेगा
He's not
6-6
afraid
हो
to
गया
jaw
तो
with
भी
you.
चलेगा 5-7 हो गया तो भी चलेगा समझ रहे हो
Yes, indeed.
एकदम कंफर्ट जोन में हम लोग एकदम कच्चे में आई मीन एकदम शॉट्स में हम लोग बैठे एकदम कंफर्ट में
Little bit of damage.
आपके मुंह में वड़ा पाव डाल दो आज थोड़ा सा
Lucky with a stray here, but not what to happen. As a trailblazer, won't even check the corner. I mean, they know that he's here. Boys just pretty held in place for now. Does still have that chill in hand.
Excellent. कैसे
Time though. Cruz able to win out
ओह
versus Hobby
ईमेल
over at
वॉल के
A
ऊपर था
I
वो
wonder if Javi rode the wall there and Cruz was ready for it this time. Maybe just
वॉल
tried
के
to
ऊपर
pop
था
up
प्ले
and
बना
over.
रहा था प्ले बना रहा था
Cruz just caught him on a timing. Hard to say for sure. Still, full sense doesn't really want to create any more map pressure off
थोड़ा
of that.
सा
Cruz is
साइलेंट जंप
expecting some
हल्का
kind
सा
of re-clear from Global Esports, and he's actually correct. It's just Yudotan, what does he want to do? Does he want to
उड़ो
keep pushing forward? Batman
उड़ो भाई
read now though. So Yudotan has to keep his eyes behind where he wants to rotate to. Knows there's that extra player over there. He knows that Cruz is going to be wanting to create that extra angle.
उड़ो भाई ब्लाइंड W
Down here backside to the corner off the reveal. Jit Boy's going to be taken down. Kalua and Primi now falling to Autumn. As Autumn will give himself another 3K. The spike is on the floor, and Cruz is a world away. Being rotated on as well by Yudotan. It's just
भाई
tracking his every
बैटमैन
move.
ब्रो
15 seconds remaining.
सेक्सी ब्लाइंड
And he would have to
लेकिन
likely just
सबसे
win this one out with
खतरनाक MVP
Give him an
क्रिस्टल
opportunity. And now he's got to back away. Another round going over
कितना
Global
प्यारा
Esports as they will
रिवील
gain the
बे
lead.
Yeah, they're really just being very proactive, quick with their rotates.
एवरेज
making sure
सैलरी
they're
कितनी
getting
होगी
players
इनकी
into
लाखों में
spaces, whatever they try to make it execute. They've got this B execute on lockdown. They fell for it on the opening pistol. Now they're giving up just a little bit of space for the jet, and then they're throwing in different ways to stall it
चुप
behind
दल्ले
that.
अरे मैं कुछ बोला ही नहीं जितने के बात तो बोलने दो ना भाई
It's going to be the haunt that comes through, gets the reveal, and basically just
ओ वॉल पे नहीं था कुछ
nullifies
अलग ही
it.
था ये वॉल तोड़ने के बाद
What
पिक
do
किया
you do
उसने
here? You die. Just auto move. Nice little transfer there.
भाई आज ऑटम को क्या हो गया है बे
Great round for him. Great map so far.
हाँ
Top of the charts, it's not done yet. Primi
क्या हो
dead.
गया ऑटम भाई
That's been an ill omen for full sense. We see that jet fall. Hitchcock will be able to intercept this. It's going to be a pit. Block off the ramp. Still are well aware of his position, but I feel like this is just widely going to have to be abandoned because the site is now open.
This might have just been to save his own bacon here,
उसने
frankly.
पिट
I mean,
सिर्फ
pinned in that corner probably felt
क्रॉस
like
करने के
he
लिए
needed to do
मारा
something.
Doesn't actually get the scout here. Push forward from Leviathan, gets slotted against the wall.
Oh my god.
Can't do anything about it. Paranoia going to be a mess, and Autumn still able to hold his own for that one additional kill, but Kalua quickly does take him down. And now, Batman once again to try to be the hero. Let's get the showstopper out of Jit Boys and has him whittled away at down to 37 HP.
एक सेकंड ये YouTube पे देखा है मैंने
One of his own Paranoia available, sends it, connects it. Looking to try to free fire it, but will just end up being overwhelmed. So 6 and 6 at the half. Perfect parity between these two
They're
squads.
not bad, Chad.
This is exactly what you expected coming into this match. Both teams going to be really
Not
well
bad,
prepared,
boys.
really well situated.
अरे क्या
Matt's
क्या
fired
क्या
up about something. feels like some kind of different response in that round. Maybe just a better check of that corner. Leviathan gets bailed out by Killua. Caught with paranoia at hand.
First time देख रहा हूँ ऐसा.
Make sure there was no further ability. Global Esports
इसको
doing
भरा?
damage.
Just follow me.
Ready to go into the halftime. Bit of a...
This is song.
It's
It just
throwing me
sent
off.
me.
It's absolutely throwing me off. I'm supposed to talk about a fan art thing that we got going on, but
ये क्या?
Ching up on the screen.
Haji?
We're having fun. But yes, we do have a fan art event happening here for the Pacific viewers. So hoping to see some sick artwork in the crowd, like we always do have from
ये
the
क्या
Pacific
देख रहे हैं
fans.
हम लोग?
So our eyes peels.
What is he doing? He's playing rock, paper, scissors against the crowd?
Halftime.
I guess so.
All right.
Wingman got walked.
TikTok हो रहा है यहाँ पे.
Wingman, yeah.
Slicky hates this stage.
Yeah. Good. Well, we'll see. You know, you normally would probably feel pretty
चुप रहो,
good
कुछ
here.
F नहीं हुआ अभी
Full
तक.
sense with 6 on your attacker side, you come out swinging, force GE to be
Bad,
the one
अच्छा
to make the
लेकिन
adjustments as the half.
Not
Not
bad बे.
sure the
Batman अगर
adjustments
वो
they
clutch
did
करता
make.
था तो 2
It
round
hasn't-
और मिल सकता था.
It came so late when you're already
8-4
down
तक जा
5-2
सकता
on,
था.
you know,
वो 1v1
north side of the map,
clutch
so
होता तो.
this
उसके
is,
अलावा तो यार बहुत प्यारा
a little
खेले
bit
यार.
scary for
कुछ
GE,
है ही
I'd
नहीं
say.
उसके अलावा.
full sense.
कुछ
Very good
ऐसा
on
हो
both sides of the
fuck.
coin.
ऐसा वाला कोई राउंड ही नहीं था बे.
And Global Esports, you know, they picked that defender side.
Not again.
Oh,
Off the rip,
fuck.
was able to get the HL out before falling. That additional damage,
One
and
enemy
actually does get the
remaining.
kill from beyond the grave. Crystal now down, and Autumn is not going to be able to do a damn thing. The damn near flawless pistol. Full Sense going to be collecting a second one in that regard, regaining the lead by 1.
Yeah,
बहुत बफर हो रहा है. रिफ्रेश करो तो फिर.
So
मेरे यहाँ से सब
decisive.
परफेक्ट
Our
है.
full sense here. They know exactly what they need to do, how to spring into action, and GE just kind of gambles incorrectly on the pistol, walks right into the trap,
ठीक है मैं कुछ नहीं बोला. ठीक
gets
है ठीक है.
cut down, and Jit
Take it,
able
take
to
it.
get a kill, get another one with the shells. Exactly what you wanted, and both pistols in full sense's favor. Have another Marshall here for Primi,
हल्का सा
Bulldog
left
for
right हो गया वो.
Leviathan, Spectre for Cruz, hit with another stinger. So cheap buy and away for full sense. You can get this one to go. Be feeling pretty comfortable on
ठीक
this
है ठीक
map.
है मैं शांत हूँ.
Not sure what tagged him up there. Was the spam from Cruz?
I think it was.
पंकज एडमिस
Scott's
क्या बोला?
sent out there. Meanwhile, oh, well.
प्रीमी
Speaking
बोलती.
knife already.
Just waiting for his ROM to be ready. Not quite prepared for that one. Well, come on, into a paint shell, lobbed over towards Jit Boys. Doesn't need too much damage. Clue is one corner.
Enemy
Bottom
remaining.
10.
Oh, wall
Jit
में
Boys,
gap
that's another
है.
just fadeaway kill on a paint shell onto Crystal. 2 rounds in a
भाई
row.
ऑफ
Crystal
गार्ड
now died to that one.
पकड़ा
It's a big
था
round for Jit Boys.
यार.
And if he's also going to start really coming alive,
पकड़ा
that's
था
gonna go
बे
very
ऑफ
well
गार्ड
for Full Sense.
यार.
So it was a very clean Antica.
Yeah, and again, I got to credit Killua here for his positioning. We saw it with the way he's able to back up players pretty quickly, but he knows exactly, and he knows
One enemy
that
remaining.
you know Jit Boys is under pressure on site because Jit got revealed by the haunt. He has to throw a paint shells at one side and try
चलेगा
to
ये सब
switch to
गलती
the
इको
gun
में
and
होगा
cover
तो
the other.
चलेगा कोई
Killua's there to
प्रॉब्लम
help
नहीं
him
है.
out, make sure that the weak side that paint shells isn't on is dealt with. Just a scrape there. Leviathan caught just doing a little bit of checking, but nothing too severe just yet. Have Killua with that Vandal coming into this round. Primi with a shotgun.
Pops over the ghost to clear out that Prowler and wants to try to keep that Bucky
जो आ रहा है वो घर पे क्या? नहीं रे बाबा हम लोग अपर ब्रैकेट में हैं.
pushing forward into be heaven. Boombot not going to be making its way to that position though. Eventually we'll have to clear it out. What's the drift play?
ये बंदा शांत रहेगा क्या थोड़ा सा ये? हाँ?
That would have been one hell of a shot, but unfortunately Patman has killed forward
हो
into the
गया
barrel.
ना?
So Primi just offers himself up on a silver platter.
Spike drop.
हो गया ना भाई?
Able to get a little collection of fall off blocking stairs access. This is limiting the retake potential for Full Sense.
ये बहुत बड़े हो गया क्या हौले? लौले होएगा 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 होएगा.
Oh, right on that wall. Autumn, however,
दूसरी बार
find
पैर
Groove.
फिसलते हुए
Sit
भाई
over
का
and ramp. Back to position, meanwhile Leviathan going to fall here in mid.
One
Global
enemy
Esports
remaining.
looking damn clean here, and they make it a flawless. Is going to be
That-
the ultimate question.
flawless is
The answer is no.
kind.
Yutan will fall. Kalua able to find that kill, but as his work cut out for him,
Like करो boys, like करो.
just gotta back away. But
7-8 close जा रहा है, close जा रहा है, close जा रहा है.
sense, but it's something
अच्छा
like
खेले
Global
हुए.
Esports once again making this tight knit. They will be one round away from tying it up again.
You wouldn't mind taking another gun away.
Like
if possible.
करो.
I think that Global Esports is going to give Killua the opportunity as he really gets on his horse and goes hunting. Just a really solid, again, if Global Esports is able to get their util to connect, to get that information, they make great decisions off the back of it. And this is
Support
another
full
example of that.
sense.
Just the haunt to reveal Primi, nobody oversteps.
Full
Puts him in a
sense
spot
जीतेगा
where
ये
he's going
round.
to try to guess on a timing of when they're going to come up the stairs.
यार
or
मेरे
fail
को
to
मेरे
see if they get
against
some
my
value out of that
will
shotgun.
use किया जा रहा
They
है.
never give him the chance. They read that play perfectly. Down he goes. So, big boss dealt with. Autumn still continuing to have a great map. That's one of the players on GE with that global experience, that big stage experience. Him and Patman, the two of those players who have been there, are leading for this team right now.
Bangwa, love you, I love you.
Primi now into the operator. He's going to get himself a collab. Patman and Javi both going to be taken down.
Bro, Primi.
Full sense to not want Global Esports to encroach on this
Primi,
scoreline.
holy.
Bought out to try to scout around, but now, what are you meant to do? Try to ride the
Primi
wall
है.
here. Prowler's not going
भाई
to
ये
deep
लोग
enough.
जो gap है वो लोग जानबूझकर रखते हैं.
Autumn will fall. Primi
पता
with a
है.
third, maybe a 4K.
वो
This kill on a crystal.
जानबूझकर वॉल होता है ताकि ये लोग फायदा उठा पाए अटैक के टाइम पे.
Continue to stave off Global.
लेकिन ये लोग के वॉल में वो लोग
It feels
फायदा
like it's
उठा
so
रहे हैं.
easy for him. He's just in the right place at the right time.
हाँ? This proves
Everything he
jinx
touches
नहीं है.
turns to
और नहीं
gold
तो क्या भाई,
sometimes.
मैं तो पहले से बोला.
You know, you expect him to at least get one. Nope, he's got two.
You gotta imagine that this also means something for Primi. I
Bro,
mean, we talked
कितना
about the
fast
Groove
है बे
and
वो.
cross thing. This is Primi's opportunity to be like, you had me on deadlock. You put me on Senti. I could have been doing this the whole time for you,
Chat
buddy.
G वाले tilt होते हुए दिख रहे बे chat. This is not
There's a
looking
little gap in
good.
that wall. Weird.
This is looking good.
Yeah, a bit of an overstep there. And Autumn continuing to find the shutdown. Forward to his demise. Patman
Frostbite.
caught. Little attempt at a place.
Frostbite,
With
please.
this, though, push to the smoke. Punished
Please,
by Crystal.
Alex भाई जैसा एक reaction.
Player
Full
standing.
sense. I mean, it's getting picked apart one by one.
5v3 में जय माता दी लर्स रॉक करके टिपी मारा
This
उसने
one
मेरे
felt a little
अकेले.
bit like that full sense that we see when they just try to press a little bit, try to make kind of big plays where they don't
Up,
necessarily.
let's talk
need to.
about winning
But all
condition.
starts and ends with Autumn.
अगर
I'm still here for Autumn.
next
Keeping them in
round
This game.
जी जीता,
It's a double back. Yes. Remy did one of the
इकोनॉमी के हो गए
I know
लेफ्ट
the
राइट,
lore. Don't come at
अल्ट
me.
है भयंकर, फिर वो लोग जाएंगे इको. तो बेसिकली नेक्स्ट राउंड जीतेगा हम लोग को 3 राउंड
One enemy remaining.
3 राउंड
They're
मिल
gonna
सकता
try to
है.
scale past that smoke,
हाँ,
try to re-clear that space in the mid.
अगर ये राउंड हम लोग हारा,
So ready for it.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है भाई,
Big
उनका
important
मैप
round.
पिक है.
So much is going to be invested here for
वो लोग
full
अच्छा
sets, another
खेलते हैं वो लोग,
operator.
और क्या. हाँ,
Just a guardian for Killua.
है कि नहीं?
This one
विन विन
feeling like
सिचुएशन.
could be a make or break on this map, potentially in this series. Autumn going to keep that op that he stole off of Primi's body from the
भाई
previous
प्रॉब्लम
round.
हो सकता है, उसके पास बी का लाइन है पूरा.
Check. Autumn's going to dodge it.
You know, obviously, a little bit odd to sometimes see the Viper bringing out the operator, but given the value that Autumn has been having with this weapon,
है,
across all of their
अपना रीड बहुत अच्छा है और वो लोग का रीड बहुत कच्चा
Right.
है.
I mean, a great shape
वो
of
लोग
player
का
who's really
रोटेशन
come alive
चालू
with
भी
that
नहीं
agent.
हुआ है. हिट शिकार.
He can snipe.
tearing it down. Putting in the corner, though, and Yudotan will
Killua?
fight Killua. Another player advantage, but look at the HP bars.
Yeah.
Needing some of those heals to come through, but it's just the one for the
Spike
stage
planted.
available, so Yudotan going to be stuck at 49, but now they have the pit to try to counteract this retake. His boys, however, has a showstopper online.
Excuse me, hello?
Roombot to try to lead out, doesn't manage to spot anything. Meanwhile, Patman, what a slow play from him. Looks like a second kill, he can't find it.
Anti.
Still gets good damage, but now Jit Boys Down into the pit,
चलेगा
able to find one. Yudotan going to be finished off, goes into a 3v3.
नहीं चलेगा
I think in the meantime, he's into the back, he's able to find Javi. Still there, found on the position now. No,
W,
still
W,
gonna give
W.
him the one, the counter spam out from Jit Boys. Takes him down the pit now, fall on Crystal. The 1v1.
Still waiting. Where are you?
A haunt out, the clear of it.
हाफ हुए कि नहीं चेक करना पड़ेगा
No chance.
चलेगा मरा तो
Trying to
मरा
bring this one back. Jit Boys, yes, with the 4K.
W,
but the round
baby!
win will go the way of GE.
Chat.
Tie at 9-9.
Yeah, I think it might be time for a timeout from
भाई हम
Full
लोग का
Sense here.
अच्छा रीड था यार मैवरिक गेमिंग थैंक यू फॉर द मेंबरशिप ये बिंक्स
Close.
हैंडसम
Jit Boys.
इतना प्यारा बात
ultimate.
करता है हमेशा
We'll make
सोचता है
go of it, but
लव
it's
यू
autumn
कामिकाजे
again.
लड़े लव यू
Who has
थैंक यू
been
फॉर द
tremendous.
40
Continues to just be on
थोड़ा शांत
absolutely
रहो
great form.
हॉस्पिटल से स्ट्रीम
Everything
देख
he
रही हो
looks at. It's like their beach balls. This one right here,
Yeah.
almost a double. So close. Leviathan.
ये तो
Yeah, cheeky as hell.
गलत है ना
See Batman frustrated, unable to find that second kill, but at least breathe a sigh of relief.
सिंपैथी कार्ड वुमेन्स कार्ड
out
समझ
the
में
round.
आता हॉस्पिटल कार्ड इज
Grab,
सेंटी
that's
थोड़ा
not going to scout. Bit of a team blind, I think, on a Privy.
Yep.
Saw the head glowing. Kahlua will still be able to find Autumn. And Yudotan cannot keep that weapon protected. Sends out the paint shell, however, holds his own. Jit Boys down. The heal can come through. Meanwhile, Cruz with another
मैं
kill.
शांत था
Grabs up the gun.
By the way, get well soon, get well soon, get well soon.
Last player standing.
Find one more. Feel pretty damn good about their options here. Their odds of closing it out, but Kahlua
Spike
still
planted.
trusting in his own abilities. Going to be sending out those seekers, but he's going to be gaining too much information.
भाई
And that wall
पूरा
there,
यूसी हो गया
his
बे
little attempt to create a ruse
वो
with the Seekers
नीचे से
doesn't
अल्ट
work
करके
at all.
ऊपर से
He
जाने का
knows exactly
पूरा
where he's
प्लान
at.
बनाया तब पूरा हेवी लेफ्ट हो गया
Spot to try to go for the Trailblazer either. Maybe if he can get himself slotted along the back of
पिलवा
pillar.
क्लच कर सकता है
Instead, trying to get this catch here, but Paranoia will come in from behind. Hatman keeping Hobby protected. Swing back, and Hatman has the shot. Global Esports into a one-round lead.
So they are really
Chat.
starting to feel it. Stringing
Chat.
some rounds together here on their attacker's side. It just feels
Please.
like Full Sense doesn't really have a great
जितना
map
भी
read.
एनर्जी है इन करके डालो ये राउंड में जितना भी एनर्जी है
Very well.
हाँ
Primi with the
ये
blaze
चीज है
storm
मैच
early
पॉइंट
to your own
जितना
team
भी
flash.
एनर्जी है बॉयज
Maybe a little bit
जितना
of
भी
nerves,
तुम
a
लोग के
little
अंदर
bit of pressure creeping in.
पॉजिटिविटी है
You know, yes, a lot of these players on Full Sense have been on some of these stages
Batman.
talking about it. You know, going back to Tokyo last year at the end of stage 2 for Pacific, they've been there, but
प्लीज मैं हाथ जोड़ता हूँ प्लीज एक राउंड ऐसे बोलो उसको
rough for them after that hot start, starting to maybe get in their own heads a little bit. Batman's being really vocal today, my word.
फिट हाँ बे इंटेंस हो गया पीछे लग गया बे चल
Just what the hell Full Sense are going to try to cook off the back of this timeout call.
अपन भी इंटेंस
Second and final of the map, so if they want to be walking away with the win on their pick of split.
एफएस को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं 1 मंथ से वड़ा पाव टू यू
Yeah, I mean,
भाई
me, I
मेरा
think it's
सच्चे
just being a little bit smarter about how you're holding your angles and when you're looking for your moments to try to set up those picks. Probably trying to calm the players down a little bit, trying to
हाँ हिल गया
make
था
sure
बे
that they're not making any mistakes. But I think you need to get too creative, too crazy here. I think you just need to play a pretty standard
माथा दिख रहा है
game. Don't go for the big play, go for the smart play.
लाइक करो माथा दिख रहा है
Make GE have to make those moves. Don't give them the opportunity to get those early first kills and give them that advantage and that comfort to start scaling in towards sites.
Catch. Forward Jamel, another Prowler has Cruz backpedaling away, and
Oh my god, oh my god, chat. वो लोग सोलो प्लेस बनाते जा रहे हैं अल्ट मार दे नहीं चाहिए अल्ट Oh my god.
Oh boy, this could be cheeky. Finds the first, gets himself a second, and suddenly he's on for it.
गाली दूंगा मैं कसम से
Back
बोल
away. Big fight will push him forward though, out to the open, and Batman collects it. Solid efforts from Leviathan.
Let's go, bro.
Esports all
भाई
too
फुल
aware.
सेंस अकेले प्ले बना रहा है
Kind of what I didn't want to see. Again,
मजा आ गया
stepping out into mid to try to make the big play, to try to get
सब
those
प्ले
kills.
बना रहे
and
बना और भाई
two
स्लोर
players
से
are watching it.
It's over.
हाँ?
As well.
स्लोर से आ रहे हो
One enemy remaining.
Leviathan gets away with a little bit of trickery, but in the long run, it's not much. Patman reads it perfectly. Leviathan trying to figure out where the hell Patman went after he got that kill in their spawn.
Back here to ramp. Shot's gonna be heard. Paranoia not quite gonna be connecting with Patman. Ends up overcooking.
और shit, वो लोग का रेड नहीं है कि
This is forward
3
into
बंदे
three,
हैं
all on his lonesome and Primmy.
टीपी सेक्सी मारा था एक्चुअल में वो साइड जा सकता था लेकिन वो लोग का रेड नहीं है कि 3
Gonna be
बंदे
found buy themselves some space. Obviously, the res is available, but there's no relative safety here at the moment for Global Esports. It's going to be a slow approach. We're going to manage to get that ult off.
You do have the showstopper.
वो लोग घूम के जा रहे
They
हैं
are going to get that res eventually. Have the wall to protect it as well. Back into the round. Galua looking for some spam punishes. Are going to connect.
Oh my
Wow, double walk
god.
through sewers. Still, though, very well aware of this.
Oh my god.
Swing in the corner, and yeah, cannot find that first. Jit Boys is like lucky to be alive, but he doesn't even take any damage. Wolves just go out around him. Meantime, Yudotan, he is trying to sell this on the B site. Players leaning in towards A.
Yeah.
Showstopper up into heaven. Silent ride of the rope. Push through the smoke. Looking for the catch here. But Primmy turns back. He's able to keep Jit Boys alive and in the fray.
Oh.
Patman dead. Second time here in the round. Full sense. Want to get one away from tying this up, and they shall. Barring an ace clutch from Javi.
ब्रो मजाक सेट कर फेड वहाँ पे एक मारता फेड यहाँ पे एक मारता कुछ भी होता था ये राउंड पता कुछ भी हो सकता था
take this map as their own.
Yeah, this is more of what I wanted to see from Full Sense, just being a little bit defensive early, giving up some space, but not a lot. Finding that first pick and then using that to set the tempo. It's a cool, creative idea from Global Esports to try to turn this map around. I mean, if Crystal wins that fight down there, obviously it's probably going to look pretty different for Global, but they use Patman's ult over towards Yudotan with the showstopper to try to pull the rotations of Full Sense away, and they do. It just didn't matter because Full Sense was so quick to deal with it. Some of those players and then
बढ़िया calling था
take over to A that never made really any space or time that they needed. The job done, so
result है
another round, and I think now Global Esports wants to
ये
take their
हारे
time.
वो लोग गए मैच
little bit of
पॉइंट पे
probing on their
अपनी
own.
को है यार
Boombot does a little
Fuck.
bit of a connection, but Jit Boys is rotating back over to B, even with that Boombot confirming some presence on the other side of the map.
He could have a big play in the mid. He does have that showstopper available.
It's a great hard read.
चार
Patman
बंदे
and Mail. Second events, and I mean, there are options, but right now, they know it, but Global Esports are about to push into the stack. Look out the alley, take shot towards stairs, boys.
मर गया वो oh my god split mid में मर गया वो
The showstopper, and that's a disaster.
यार वो डीके हो गया
What happened there? It's not going to get any easier for them. Swing the corner, Cruz finds two. The cleanup is swift. It's a flawless round. And I need a replay.
He must have TP'd into it?
नहीं वो लोग नेड में
Because they used
बराबर
it to clear
टिप्पी मार
Jit
के
off the
घुस रहे
corner.
थे
Yep.
वो प्लान था प्रॉब्लम ये था कि स्पिट हो गया
Oh boy.
और वो डीके हो गया
Oh. That's happened.
और उसके वजह से जितना नेट डैमेज करता है पूरा डैमेज वो खुद खा लिया
That
Way
is.
a flawless, a team kill, allowing Full Sense
Molly
to
के
tie
वजह
it up.
से
11 to 11, and now you're back onto an eco. Trying to make a thrifty go, but Autumn's going to be taken down first and foremost as Primmy. That kill with the outlaw. Woodford into the smoke. Shitboy's barrel stuffing. Patman will be able to find that elimination, but Hobby trades it back.
कुछ क्रेजी मटका कुछ क्रेजी ऐसा जावेगा टैप 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 कुछ क्रेजी हो जाए यार
Enemy kill.
Trying to get tucked away. Yudotan will end up dying. Another solid shot from Javi. Picks up a second elimination. Crystal covers, peels back some of that pressure that Primmy is trying to put out. And now, Crystal will eventually fall. Swing around the corner. Javi not going to be fast enough to get the catch. They do some damage, but they cannot
Close
win
way,
the
not
round.
bad.
No sense now. Take
Not
it up
bad.
Well, this is going to be
भाई वो
scary.
क्या हो रहा है
because
लेकिन
you're
अभी
gonna have a compounding
टाइम आउट लेंगे क्या
problem
अपन
from what happened a
ओपन में
round
क्रॉस हो
ago,
रहा है उड़ो
where Patman died to Yudotan's grenade. You didn't have to use the showstopper. Jit Boys didn't have to rip it to prevent that execute from coming through. from Global Esports, and now he's going to have it coming in here to seal the deal. I don't know, Primmy's just going for it. You know, he knows this round is basically over, and the rest of the team's not too far behind.
Oh my God, उनके पास ult है heavy वाले. Oh my
Expect Cruz here to
God.
maybe just seal off mid potentially.
Shit, कितना close यार.
Are Global Esports going to want to use some of their util to try to challenge?
निकाल तो सकते थे भी ये map. ना close था यार.
And again, does get tagged up, so it might make him reconsider, but has a judge to try to hold this fence position. In the meantime, Primi just popping the knives.
Emote नहीं लिया अपन ने पता नहीं क्यों नहीं
Back up in case that first op shot.
एक final एक sexy speech दे सकते थे.
Playing the standard position here.
ये overtime में वैसे भी timeout मिलता है.
Look and see if they make contact off of this, and that's his job, is to try to buy a little bit of extra time for those rotations. It's a good read by Global Esports. This will be the open
वापस
site.
एक्शन में अच्छा read है.
The weaker side.
Problem ये है कि वाइपर मरने के बाद ये लोग ना करें.
Find the lurker.
वो लोग वाइपर play के लिए रुके थे.
In the back, Patman not going to be being into it this time around. And there's the haunt reveal against Leviathan. Filtrated back here. Even up the numbers.
भाई देखा ये same चीज अगर वाइपर जिंदा होते हुए करता तो कितना अलग दिखता.
Cruz is able to find Hobby. Up on top of that wall. This might just be the map coming to an end. As Yutan still trying to hold his own. 2 kills shows up and now going to be thrown out and gives his life for it. Clears it out and gets him into a 1v1. Crystal and Kahlua. And over the corner, check Kahlua comes out on top. 13-11, full sense. Race to the break, but still walking away with the win on their map pick and split.
Well, that's exactly what you wanted to see here. A very close first map. Remy coming alive for full sense, doing what he does best, just absolutely tearing through people. And some good responses from Global Esports, but that slow start, that 5-2 start, that full sense was able to recruit on their attacker side, made a huge difference.
दोनों में से एक भी अपने फेवर में जाता.
We're going to be getting maps like that all day long.
Oh
Sign me
my
up.
God,
I
close
am
था.
more than
Oh
ready.
my God, bro.
Damn entertaining from both
Bro
of these
कितना
squads.
tilting रहेगा.
It was going to end up going
जीत
into
सकते
overtime,
थे
but
map
that's
यार.
on that second map pick, 'cause we're going to have that breeze coming back.
जीत
through.
सकते थे यार.
Esports has been able to do with that map,
Shit.
especially with the Sage and Tell, but Full Sense also have been able to sit
लेकिन
back,
मजाक से
watch
हटकर
this, and try to
भाई मस्त खेला.
They left it open for a reason, so I'm hoping to see
जी
some
अच्छा
very
खेला.
good
Oh
ideas
my
from Full
God
Sense.
यार बुरा लग रहा है यार.
Global Esports pick up the win.
जीत सकते
Feels
थे
like a
यार.
trap potentially set up by Cruz for Frost. I mean, you know that he's going to pick it if you leave it open. So I hope you're right, man. I hope they've got some interesting stuff dialed up. Maybe some ways to deal with that Sage.
मैं बोला था वो लोग वो hit करेंगे वाइपर.
There's some really cool
पहला
stuff
fight
to do
लेगा
with
उसके
that.
बाद.
Maybe not. You don't even need to run the Neon yourself. Probably more Jet for Primi. And that makes it a little bit trickier for Hobby to get value out of that Sage.
Yeah, the prep work from T-Love as well as Sushi Boys has been incredible for Full Sense and making it to this point of, you know, already qualifying the Masters London and then being here in Vietnam.
There was lot of mistakes. Lot of mistakes तो नहीं था. Lot of mistakes तो नहीं था. Lot कुछ नहीं था. एक लौता मिस्टेक जो था पूरे गेम में, एक लौता, वो सीवर्स वाला जो 1v1 फाइट था उसको जीतना था बस. मतलब हेवी एडवांटेज एंगल था, हेवी बंदा लॉक्ड इन था, वो वाला उसको फाइट जीतना था. उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं था यार. उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं था. जावी डायरेक्ट ऑन वॉल. पता वो वॉल अच्छा है, लेकिन वो वॉल से तुम लोग जंप कर सकते हो, बॉक्स पे राफ्टर्स पे रख सकते हो.
เน้นบวกง่ายขนาดเอามันอย่างเดียว just focus on aim focus on our pen
What about Heaven Wall? वो इतना
chúng tôi không quan trọng quá nhiều điều, trước mắt là hãy cứ tập trung vào trận đấu đã. Vâng ạ, chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau chuẩn bị sẵn sàng tới với cả map thi đấu thứ hai. Thank you coach. Thank you.
Basically 1v1 fight हम लोग को जीतने का था.
13-11 is the score line, and
वो लोग का
Meant
tilting है. जो
very
1v1
close,
clutch
but full full
दो
sense
बंदे अपने हारे
denied
वो
that
थोड़ा
map
क्लच होएगा
from them. And it was just
बाकी
such a
कुछ नहीं
powerful
था यार।
showing on the side of full sense. I mean, Primi is in form.
भाई
That's
उल्टा
very
मजाक सेट कर
scary.
बताया
He's the guy. I love watching
FS
him
ने
play.
बहुत
He
गलतियाँ
showed
की है।
exactly why.
बहुत।
Didn't miss a beat from what we've seen from him. All
फिर
this,
भी वो लोग
this
जीते,
round's
वो बात
ridiculous.
अलग
I
है,
can't believe they
लेकिन-
stole his 6K.
I mean,
FS ने
yeah,
बहुत
it was
गलतियाँ की है।
a little bit rough to watch at certain times. Anybody that plays against Primi is going to have a rough time. But Autumn on the other side of things, Patman, the two
मतलब जो
experienced
चीज
names
oh
that we
shit
know
नहीं करना
in
चाहिए
this
वो
kind of
वाला चीज क्या है
environment
लोग
were the ones to really deliver. It was definitely a winnable game for Global Esports, but a couple of rounds that kind of went away from them, couple of small mistakes in terms of the Sage walls and the Viper walls at times. Like there was a gap in a couple of these Viper walls over towards A main that they unfortunately got punished for. So look,
लेकिन ये गैप इंटेंशनल रहता है ये हर बार ये वॉल में गैप
Yeah,
तो
I mean, I
देखा है
agree with
अपन
you.
ने।
I do think there's a little bit of nervousness on the stage still. I think the GE players still very much warming up to this environment.
जय
so
बाज
you can
रिश्ता
expect a much better
यार
match from them, Mika.
Yeah, definitely. G
Ball
might still
play
be warming
बना
up,
था।
but full sense are
अरे
in
तो रेस्ट
form.
तो कहाँ
And
पे
as we
बंदा हम
come
लोग
back
का
to
ए
the
पे
desk,
मरा हुआ
we
था
have a
वाइपर
very
कहाँ पे रेस्ट
special
करता
guest
Hello,
joining
hello.
us. We now have two people on the desk who can sing the GE fighting song. Benkai,
Benkai बोल दे।
welcome to the desk. It is so
Hey.
good to see you back here in Pacific. Just overall thoughts on how you thought that first match went.
चेयर में
I mean, first of all, I'm
इसमें
so
चेयर
happy
को
to
गाफ
be
देने
here,
वाली क्या
to
बात है
finally
लैंग्वेज
give my analyst as a player, a coach, and now as talent, and to give
FS
my
को
expert
support करके आ रहा
opinion
तो?
on what just happened
अभी
here.
आप
We
ना मैं
definitely
पे just
appreciate you
saying
here because these two analysts, we
भाई
need a bit
कितना
of an
टाइम हो
upgrade,
गया
so
बे
it's
इसको देख
so
के
nice
बड़ा
to
हो
have
गया
you
बे
here.
ये
Over your former coach. I have to bring it here. But yes, go on.
Yeah, so basically, Full Sense played really well.
You are still
Excellent.
answering like
This
a player.
is why you see
You are
us.
still answering like a player. You're still answering like a coach. But
Okay.
no, that first map was just like absolutely what we want to see when we come into
हाँ।
these kind of settings.
बंग
from
भाई ये
all
ऑपी
these players.
Yeah,
जूम
I mean,
करके
I think for me,
अनजूम
I was
कैसे
getting a
करते
little bit
प्लीज
nervous
बता
for
दो
Full Sense towards the
Love
end.
you,
You feel
Rose,
like,
तुम देखता
especially
हो।
when they're on the defensive
बस
half,
आप
their
चैट नहीं
main
पढ़ते
move is
मेंबरशिप
walking
भी
through and
लेने
trying
वाला
to
हूँ
take these
लो
timings.
लो मैं तो
That
चैट
does
पढ़ता
worry
हूँ
me a little bit as we head towards Breeze,
हाँ।
but it's all for them. It's all about hitting their
Right-click
shots. We
करके
just heard
unzoom
T
कर।
say it as well. So I
Best
think if
keyboard
they're
बताओ,
able to
value for money
find a way to make
6K
that work,
around.
they should be feeling good about this series. But
एंड
it did go,
बजट
they needed
बढ़ा
both
भी
pistols. That's
सकते
what the whole
हैं
is.
Yeah.
आपको
I mean,
वन
we already
टाइम
heard from
परचेज
Frost,
के लिए
in
कौन
the
सा
coaching
अच्छा
interview
लगता
before we
है
kicked off this
वन
game
टाइम
that they've
परचेज
had
कर
some games where
सकते
they
हैं
lose both
और
pistols and they play
बजट
better
बढ़ा
on the gun
सकते हैं
rounds.
तो
I think
सार्थक
there was
भाई मेरे
an
हिसाब
element of
से
that particularly in the
मिनिमम
first
40K
half,
का
but as I
कीबोर्ड
mentioned before, some shakiness from GE,
और
a couple of
मिनिमम
rounds where maybe
70-80K का
the
माउस
Viper walls or the
बजट
Sage
बढ़ा
walls
के
weren't
मेरे हिसाब से
necessarily
वन
where they
टाइम है
needed to be, but I think overall, like that across the board performance that we saw when they beat Paper Rex, where everyone's
किक फॉलो कर दे बोलो चैट किक को फॉलो करो
like a two-man show on that
अब तो मैं
first
चाय
match, but it
लेके आया
wasn't
भाई
enough,
मेरी
to be fair. So I'm
मेरी
sure on
आत्मा
Breeze they'll have a
जा रही
little
है
bit more
यार
consistency there.
Yeah, for sure. But we look at the stats that we have here right now, and as we can see, it was very, very close indeed. And you even see GE there getting more first kills than Full Sense did.
Yeah, I mean, this is something Frost spoke about, right? He said we keep getting these advantages and we keep throwing. You asked him, Mika, what do you guys need to do to really get to that next level? And he said we have to stop throwing. We have to stop throwing. And then
You're an expert on throwing, so what do you think about that?
Okay, no, from the way I see it, like sure, when we look at the scoreboard, Primi is playing really well, but I feel like GE had so many mistakes with their utility that gave him those openings. Like you said, like the Viper wall gave Primi that 4K with the AWP, and then other rounds where you have Crystal waiting in sewers and two guys just like 2 free kills just walk right in front of him and he misses.
Yeah.
Like those kind of huge mistakes that I feel costed GE this game.
Yeah, a little bit of shakiness there, and someone like Primi is going to take full advantage of that. Solid game from him, but he had a lot of help. I honestly am liking how well-rounded Full Sense is looking at the moment.
Yeah.
I thought Jib Boys was very good on the raise yet again. I'm loving Leviathan more so on some of these controller roles. He's had some great timings. I saw it in the T1 series where he was having a lot of impact, and I think on Split there he did quite well for himself as well.
Yeah, and I think it's very, very scary when you see a team like Full Sense, and you cut to the player cams and they're like, hey. That is a very, very scary thing to do when you have players like Leviathan, for example, on the side of Full Sense. When you know they're having a good time, oh, that is absolutely scary. Now, of course, there were a lot of good plays on the side of GE as well. They use the Sage very, very well, but when you're up against somebody like Premi, for example, what exactly are you going to do?
Well, the Sage specialists are GE at the moment. I think they're using it by far the most out of anyone in any region that I've seen. Obviously, you'd know the Sage very well because you're from the Dinosaur era a couple of years ago where Sage was meta on Split. How did you find it?
I'm glad to see them like try different walls, like in innovative ways that we didn't really see. But I feel like we really need to touch on Padman a bit more because he as the Omen was taking all of those risks. Even though there was one round where he just TP'd into Urotan's grenade and died. But when you need to have that kind of Omen on your team that's willing to take like all of those risks, like getting risky TPs, pushing the envelope even further. Like there was some rounds where you just see Padman in their spawn, just waiting for someone to rotate and catch them over there. So I think that's so important to have.
Yeah, and that is like one of those things that Padman's very, very good at. You even see him during the timeouts, right? He is so active in the timeouts. Frost mentioned he, has this kind of calming presence, but I feel like it's more of like a hyping presence for the rest of the team. I mean, there were some rounds, of course, that we wanted to break down, I believe, on the side of Global Esports and some of their stage walls that we wanted to point out.
Yeah, I mean, I love their game plan overall for me, where I feel like I think a lot of teams with this Sage, it's so easy to just hear noise wall up in the main, right? It's very, very standard, but I think they had a lot of boosts. They had a lot of different ways around it. I think they are probably the best team that I've seen with this Sage because they're not afraid to be creative with it.
Yeah, I mean, they changed their comp going into split. It's something that to play around on Breeze as well. They've won 3 Breezes in a row. Their Sage tech has been great, not only on the defense to disrupt, which in a sense will have to...
एक बंदे पे हल्का सा नजर आ गया है स्वप्ना भाई अगर तेरा नेक्स्ट कमेंट सॉरी भैया वर्ड टू वर्ड 2 words इसके अलावा कुछ भी रहेगा within 30 seconds हाइड कर दो बड़वे को.
Ở bên cạnh tôi đây đang là huấn luyện viên Frost, thuyền trưởng của Global Esports, và chúng ta hãy cùng nghe xem Frost sẽ chia sẻ rằng là Global Esports, các chàng trai của họ cần điều gì ở bản đấu thi đấu thứ hai. Hi coach, so a tough first map. How about the second map? What do the boys need?
We're very good on the second map, so I don't really think we need to do much. I think they surprised us in a sense by picking split, but look, we lost 2 pistols. And we got reset on the first half.
And we lost 2 clutches.
We're totally fine, don't worry.
And we lost 2 clutches.
Tất cả mọi thứ sẽ ổn thôi. Ở tại bản đấu thi thứ nhất, chúng tôi cũng có một phần cảm thấy hơi bất ngờ khi mà bên phía của Full Sen họ lựa chọn bản đấu thi đấu split. Chúng tôi được thua 2 pistol round và thua rất nhiều những round điều quan trọng. Nhưng đừng lo, mọi thứ vẫn nằm trong tầm kiểm soát. Thank you coach, and wish you the best in the second map.
Yep.
Just gotta love that crowd reaction as well. He said that we're very good in the second map, and you hear the crowd actually go, oh, they know that it is a challenge. But Breeze is indeed Global Esports.
इतना डैमेज पड़ सकता है.
You see it here, 100% win rate. They played it 3 times, and they've looked very good all 3 times. They have been playing that Sage. I don't think we're going to see a compositional swap from them because it's a map that they understand so well. Ben, what are you thinking about their Breeze?
2-1 था क्योंकि उससे 2 राउंड मिल सकते थे ना.
I really like the way that
2 राउंड प्लस ults प्लस.
But I feel like they really need to focus on not giving Creamy that kind of space. Take over that map, because on a map like Breeze, it's so easy for someone like
G21
I think especially when we look at their attacker half as well, they love to contact around the map. They don't have a lot of tools for hard exactly bursting these spaces. So if Primy's there on the op, that could be scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, double duelists coming in from Full Sense. I want to see if they're going to comp swap. They did lose
और membership नहीं है तो chat भी नहीं पढ़ता. एक टाइम पे काश तो membership नहीं थी. वाह मैं पढ़ता भाई.
The Sage will play somewhat similar to that in the sense that
let's go. अब भी अपना map है. JMD boys, JMD.
You might have a wall in your face. You might have multiple slow orbs, and then you might have to go back to
2-1 G fighting. Realistic बंदा, realistic बंदा.
Not only how the Sage is used to kind of disrupt some of the mains, but we even saw some really cheeky walls where Harvey was walling himself up in the middle of the map to get picks and things like that. So those are the kind of things that Full Sense will have to be well prepped for, because you've got plenty of film of how GE likes to approach this map. How well have you prepped for this as Full Sense, knowing GE quite well at this point?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it is that mental game.
Language, Sankalp.
Second map, and of course, Global Esports.
Lots of love and support to you, Binks. I was going through bad phase of my life. Watch your stream. You really made me smile a lot. Big fan. Love you, मेरे जान के रोटे. Love you, मेरे जान के रोटे. ये बैड फेज में जो पीछे जो एकदम एससीपी वाली जो गाड़ी खड़ी है.
Staring lovingly into the screen as Cruz. as Cruz does that. But yeah, it is a mental game coming for global esports. Patman was very,
Love
very
you, Mary Jan
active
Gade.
all
Hope
throughout
you do
that
well in
match. I want
life.
to make
Love
sure
you.
that this doesn't affect him too much.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Pat and Autumn were two very solid players. But we know they've been to those international stages before. They've played in front of big crowds. For me, it's the other three. I want to see that.
Sorry
same
for the language,
consistency
but
that we saw
login.
over in playoffs, over in the group stage, back in Korea, because all of them have had highlights. All of them have had moments where they've really shone. But now it's kind of doing on the big stage here in Ho Chi Minh City where it matters most.
That's absolutely right, and we are bringing up the agent selection.
भाई लेकिन एक चीज जो है भाई अभी हम लोग को जी को 2 मैच जीतने का बराबर 2 मैच जीतने का तो ओपी बराबर लेकिन अगर हम लोग आज हारे तो भी हम लोग को 2 ही मैच जीतने का वो भी वही टीम्स के सामने Isn't it like crazy? हाँ नहीं अभी हम लोग को एफएस के साथ जीतने का है उसके बाद हम लोग को पीआरएक्स के साथ जीतने का है लेकिन अगर हारे तो हम लोग को पीआरएक्स के साथ जीतने का है उसके बाद एफएस के साथ जीतने का है तो टेक्निकली रियलिस्टिकली हाइपोथेटिकली मस्सकली कथकली हम लोग को 2 ही मैच जीतने का है हाँ ना बे क्यों देख रहे हैं मैच तो भाई सोचो
To some good starts, they can keep you off balance, like Frost was mentioning. You know, they win both pistols. That's a big difference.
So much
he still felt confident that Global Esports could turn this around right here, right now. In this defenders half, they're very good on both sides of this map. Over 60% is insane to have.
Order चलेगा टीम तो
So
टीवन जीत जाएगा मेरे के सामने सो जाओ
another big start for them, similar to what we saw on Split.
There is now dropped. Autumn just going to be posted up. As it's a heavy 4-player stack on the A side of the map. Then full sense of starting to lead this way.
Heavy read like Lev? कल हम लोग ने लेव वाला मैच में देखा था लेव वर्सेस फ्री चैट
Relay bolt to try to slow up the approach.
वो गाड़ी आपके प्यार के वजह से लव विराज
Here they go. Now winning forward to Primi. Yep, he caught a glimpse. Autumn going to be able to find one, but Elijah quickly will take him down in full sense. They are looking to go 3 for 3 on the pistols as Primi has gotten 3 kills.
It's just crazy good awareness that they have on these pistol rounds, especially Primi. He's just so aware of where players could be. Atman finds a little bit towards Leviathan, but he's looking for that reswing.
Nothing more to be found. Legit boys will just take him
Bro,
out.
Patman
the only casualty and another pistol in hand for full sense.
4 बंदे साइड
It's
पे
an
एक बंदा
interesting
राइट
position
में
because sometimes that trademark will be around that corner, and I think Yudotan just trying to play in an unexpected spot. It just does not work at all. The cloudburst right in his face forces him to reposition. He gets caught on the edge of it. Primi just, again, absolutely disgusting with the ghost.
I think overall, if
Primi बहुत मारेगा मेरे को लग रहा
the way
है
the teams play against you,
Heavy मारेगा
find out where Patman is, and then just go to the other side. Doesn't matter if there's that 4
Read के लिए 1 point
Give him that similar treatment.
Just avoid the Viper profit. And there you
There
go.
goes Autumn.
That was over at B.
उसने स्मोक थ्रू मारा है
This aggression that is coming
उसने
his way.
स्मोक थ्रू शॉट मारा है उसने
We'll be able to avoid it. The walk down into mid. Cruz quick jump finds that kill. Primi at the same time, though, pushing forward. Reads Hobby's position very well.
टेक्निकली आप एफएस को सपोर्ट करो हम चैट वाले कथकली करके जी फाइटिंग कर लेंगे तेरी तो
Not there to try to flush him out. They know that he's low. Still should be. Well, I was going to say well slated to get this one, but nope, Primi. He's out of cannons. He gets a shot. It's going to be a flawless, and he's
let's go full sense boys
Already you can see
Primi मारेगा मेरे सबसे Primi MVP गेम साउंड बड़ा अभी स्टेज में माइक लेके जाऊं मैं
Global Esports
Full
is trying to
है
tuck
गेम
into
साउंड
has been read and dealt with.
सिंह दी को बुलाओ पंकु बाहर गई है
It's a little bit of a peek over his smoke.
इसलिए तो मैं टाइम पे नहीं उठा वरना मेरे को लात मार के
Any of
जगह
these
थी
traps so far. So a flawless.
Time today's just been insane.
Oh well, he's
Not that it isn't on most days.
He is in unbelievable form right now. And he's confident. I mean, he's been tweeting and he's stood up. I've never seen him do that. There you go again.
Yeah, he's continuing. Javi trying to find something here in mid, but he's only going to be finding death. Autumn is going to be able to find one. Nearly gets the kill here on a Primi. Eventually will be rewarded with it. Finds that kill. Mitigates the damage taken, but they're still going to be in a disadvantaged position. Autumn as well, just strafing across that snake bite, ends up eating an immense amount of damage.
One enemy remaining.
Clean tap. We know exactly where he's gone. Some limited options. His paranoia through. Autumn will look up. Does manage to find the one, but what more can you do? 48 health to be granted. Chipboys and Cruz, 58 health between the two of them. It's become possible, but he's got to find his opening kill to start. Chipboys just tucked it back orange.
पहला राउंड हारने के बाद बोनस भी हार गए
Really make Autumn scratch his head over this one. He's being made. The counter swing not quite there. Chipboys looking for the angle. Eventually will find it. And that is going to be a bonus converted for full sense.
I love this cheeky little play from Leviathan. You know, Ben Kai was just talking about this on the desk, which you want your owners to be aggressive. You want them to take risks. And even though he dies to Autumn here, it's a good play. It's a high percentage play. I mean, Primi, what do you do against that? I mean, he's just ready for you, and he's just going to swing right onto your head with an outlaw. Autumn doing his damnedest today. Putting up a good performance, able to shut Leviathan down.
Yeah, actually GG लग रहा है यार ये. पिस्तौल और बोनस हारना it's
now he can just keep on this outlaw.
जितना तुम लोगों को लगता है ना उससे बहुत बड़ा advantage है.
Autumn with the hero rifle goes for a peek. Oh my God, that's so risky.
Quick little exit there. Meanwhile, Primi's got an outlaw on hand again.
Primi नहीं मान रहा
He's looking at the numbers. He knows you don't have armor.
Primi नहीं मान रहा.
Not just shooting, you can do a little math too. Now what do? You try to take some spaces. Yudotan, full sense, just has been dialed in on this angle.
वो लोग को पता है ये fake है
These rounds. Deploying drone. The anti-eco, but might have given it up. They might have opened up a window here for Yudo to at least get one.
Oh shit. उनको पता है करके इनको पता है करके वो लोग return किया. Oh my God.
Hobby will end up falling. Kahlua finds the kill, and I think you got to be seeing a timeout call back in this round. With that dark crystal, not going to be able to spot anyone. As Primi continues to linger around mid here with Kahlua.
अब क्या भाई best of 5 अभी best of 5 दो खेलना पड़ेगा. एक PRX से हमने best of 5 absolute cinema और एक full sense के साथ best of 5.
One enemy remaining.
Come away with it, but Kahlua will just strike him down.
इसका मतलब simple है. Frostbite के लग गए. दो best of 5 के लिए prepare करना है उसको.
It's a flawless confirmed 4-0 start for full sense. And I think you have to start ringing the alarm bells here for Global Esports.
It's so tough for them right now when you're in this current.
हाय क्या game कौन खेल रहा है ये भाई.
Like what full sense is running.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Though you've got the chamber and the sage, you're still looking to take a lot of fights out of a flash or any kind of other util to back you up and going
We
up
out
against
from tournament नहीं lower bracket finals में हम लोग finals.
The world right now in Primi. It is so difficult. So now Autumn has to get value out of this tour de force. He's able to get into it. You're in round 5.
हार के हम लोग finals में जा रहे हैं. घर जाएंगा कभी सोचा है?
Absent him.
By close the shots.
Really connecting. He's going to be spotted and rerouted.
Close the shots.
Around the wall.
बच गया फिर पैटर्न लेके. ये भी close the shots. अरे बाप रे कौन मारा?
Digs down through the wall.
Oh my God.
Shot dart's going to be layered in. Patman is absolutely dead.
क्या stun बे? क्या stun?
Dotting their eyes and crossing their T's.
Chipboys का stun देखा?
As Global Esports are just getting ripped limb from limb.
एक बार FS को सपोर्ट करके देख लो मिरेकल होगा. यहाँ से मिरेकल नहीं बचा सकता. लाला जीजी है. सिंपल बात है. बैड स्टार्ट इतना बैड स्टार्ट हुआ है ना अपना. यहाँ से कम बैक इम्पॉसिबल है. वो लोग का ओमेन डिप स्मोक भी बाप था. वो लोग का नियॉन स्टन भी बाप था. वो लोग का स्केलिंग भी बाप था. उसके ऊपर प्रीमी भाई पता नहीं किस मूड में भाई. हर राउंड इम्पैक्ट पे इम्पैक्ट दिए जा रहा है.
I mean, what's so impressive right now for me, for Full Sense, is the confidence and then just the clearing of every possible angle, of every little nook and cranny. You know, they know Patman's back there somewhere because he's spamming through early, so they just set up for the little trap to deal with them. They use that damage that they find to connect the shock dart. I mean, the coordination right now for Full Sense is really on top of their own individual prowess. What is really starting to get them the ability to take these strides to get ahead of global esports.
I mean, it's 5 rounds played, and so far, Full Sense have only suffered 5 deaths.
हाँ, ऐसा कुछ होएगा तो वापस चांस है. ऐसा कुछ crazy stunts देखने मिलेंगे.
Twice it was Primi.
He's almost got half of the team.
कि ये लोग भी प्रीमी को stun कर रहे, shock dart डाल रहे, तो शायद चांस है.
This is
4-1 again.
something that needs to
Heavy
change
read again.
very quickly here for global esports.
For sure. And you're just about to start to come into your ult cycles, but
Take 0.
so is Full Sense in some ways. So
Rotation है नहीं.
they're gonna have that Hunter's Fury maybe around the same time Crystal does. So
एक second. क्या वो लोग push करेंगे इसके
checkmates
through?
as easily. Primi.
Avi under pressure. He was
कर
effing
दिया
up.
यार,
Still
कर
knows
दिया.
that the scaling is going to be coming through, so sends out that slow warp and will be able to hold his own. Shitboy's maybe getting a little overzealous in front of the team. I'm going to be traded out though for Neon. A bit of a heal through. Javi back up to about half HP. But Primi will swing the corner, finds that elimination. Patman now known and dead.
30 seconds left.
Autumn, once again, last one standing, will be able to find another kill here on the Primi. He's
Pick Coronat.
Even really try to make a go of this. Love spam down, will end up falling. That is a 6-0 start for Full Sense, and something's got to give if Global want to get themselves into this map, because right now they are looking absent.
Please.
Yeah, this is one of the rounds where I would say Full Sense maybe gives some hope and opportunity to global esports with a little bit of an overextension from Jit Boys there, trying to relieve the pressure onto Primi. You know, but the rotations were pretty fast here for global, so he was kind of in a weird spot. Didn't end up mattering in the long run, but that was about the only thing I've seen from Full Sense so far that kind of made me go, well, that wasn't ideal. Overall, they're still bailing themselves out. Firepower, some good play, and it's going to take one hell of a timeout here to turn this around for Frost. Already down 6-0 on your match.
Yeah, I mean,
huh?
We heard it from Frost, like, yeah, sure.
है बे
So, you know what?
है तो भाई है तो सही बे प्रीमी कुछ भी बोलो बे है तो सही बे
Well, now
खतरनाक
you've given up another pistol, and you got the bonus converted, and you haven't been able to win a round yet. So this is dire straits.
अभी भी मजाक से हटकर पॉजिटिव साइड पे अगर अपन देखें 7-5 पॉसिबल है, which is not bad at all. 7-5 पॉसिबल है.
It's just a, you know, you might lose, okay, but it's more about what you're learning here, getting ready for tomorrow. If it does come down to that, still not over yet. You still got some hope. Javi's got his ult. Autumn's got a glass cannon op. This is going to be rather interesting. You can find some value. Wants that mid angle again.
Well, I'm trying to go overstage, trying to find that timing. Cannot do so. Quick rendezvous back. A little reposition. Meanwhile, nice shot. Will take down Primi and Leviathan dead moments before. Zoom into the best.
पीछे Batman.
Blue up. They have to pull off an ace clutch to try to keep the win streak going. And
हम लोग आवाज आ रहे हैं वहाँ तक.
Dodge of the stun, but swings out to his demise. Autumn will get the final kill to get Global Esports their first round win.
Now, all this took was just intentionally giving up, just holding the line.
Refresh.
Even though you give up that space,
refresh.
Cover up those layers, cover up those gaps. They do so very nicely. Now you're gonna have armor well behind this op, and Full Sense, the question becomes how you want to deal with it. You know it's probably going to be there again. But at least you're going to have to respect that op line is going to be similar.
आगे ना.
Not too different of ideas.
Oh yeah,
Rotan's going to be the one to check. Primi had dealt with Patman when he had tried to cover that spot.
We'll send out the drone. Off That kind of shot for the rendezvous. Hunter's Fury in to try to get the catch. Does that second shot to connect. So Autumn down to 70, but cannot confirm the kill. Balua, however, he's going to find Yudotan. He's back in the mid. Shots out the pillar. Meanwhile, Jit Boy spamming through. Batman has been dropped. I think that might have been full blind. Red now have to be committed. Balua will cover this, but ends up overstepping. So now back into a 4v4. Still low. Heal available. The overdrive is going to be popped here. Yudotan able to find the one. Jit Boy, however, with the ult of his own, comes away with a 3K. And now it's down to Crystal. Just now finding his first kill of this map.
दो मारा यार.
He has the neon on the flank.
10 खेलेगा हाँ 10 खेलेगा भाई.
And the body confident. His voice is going to have the off as well in hand. Picks up a 4-piece for himself. And full sense, they stop Global Esports from building up any kind of momentum.
Yeah, this is a great counterplay here, thought up by Cruz, where he's like, I'm going to use the drone this time to clear the chamber. We're going to use the Hunter's Fury to open up that space in front of A. Give ourselves a better opportunity instead of all of us just flooding through double doors. Jit Boys with a reactive ultimate, do some serious damage to deal with the op, to clear some extra angles. In the long run.
One last buy, boys. One last buy.
Brimmy frying on that double duelist.
ये round जीता से N5 possible है वरना.
Try to seal off full sense from scaling forward. Just a frenzy here. Poor Patman. This is a big risk, but Global needs to take risks the way this map has been going. It seems to have at least gotten full sense.
Drone वाला हरकत कर रहे हैं वो लोग.
Bait for some attention, using that door noise, throwing a smoke over.
Plenty of noise now out in the mid.
I got spike.
भाई धाड़-दूर करके भागे वो लोग.
Get a catch. On this B side of the map, double push up all the way towards bottom nest.
Bro, so clear होने वाला है क्या? नहीं बे, बच
Eating the
गया.
pressure well.
Bro, unbelievable.
He's now gonna go swinging. He's gonna be rewarded. 2 quick kills.
Oh my
into his
God.
Jit Boys will take it down. Fight on the floor for a brief moment. It's Brimmy. This is going way too crazy. Oh my yes! Crystal alive and well.
अरे यार, वाइप कर देते थे उसको.
It's absolutely silent to start off this map.
भाई
He comes
clear
roaring
नहीं
back into
किया.
form. 4K when they so very
हाँ जी.
Kind of interesting here. Full Sense has been really proactive about clearing out the elbow.
भाई वो लोग का
This
इतना
time
प्यारा
they
रीड
don't,
था.
or at least checking for it. They pay the price. They get so concerned about other things going on. And Crystal,
मजा आ गया बे.
timing. Yeah, Brimmy goes
मजा आ
into
गया.
shorty. It looks like
Let's go boys.
wants to try to punish
Positivity आ
it.
गया.
Didn't even get a shot off.
No, couldn't get close enough.
सुबह दर सब पढ़ लिया मैंने. लास्ट जरी का था. दल्ला जरी.
Quick up grab, Yudotan again. Staying tucked away, but there's the ping reveal. Yudotan does get the spot out. While shot's gonna go flying forward into main, and Jit Boys, he ends up getting hit in the action.
heavy, लड़ भी रहे heavy.
Manage.
प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वो लोगों को पता है मल्टीपल ए पे और वाइपर ने यहाँ पे अगर रोटेशंस काट दिया जो कि वो काट रहा है ऑफ एंगल भी नहीं दिख रहा है ये अभी प्रॉब्लम है ये अभी प्रॉब्लम है क्योंकि ये 1v1 है अभी स्पॉट हो गया अभी वो लोगों को कुछ नहीं करने का
Needing to see
balls
more
of
of that.
steel है बैटमैन का
Able to find a second here on the site.
माँ
As well,
कसम
things get opened up. Before the post play in full sense.
ब्रो एक्चुअली वो बाप पे हो जो उसके मारा हो
Alive, still obviously a consideration.
एक सेकंड
And he will find Autumn, gets them back to even numbers. Backpedaling, catches Yudotan right as he's about to sprint the corner.
Beautiful.
And full sense.
4v3
Back into this. Stealing these opportunities away from Global Esports.
Oh,
Look at the
man,
backstab,
go there,
getting ready to
go.
come through. Leviathan is working his way through that defender spawn, over to Arches. Over the wall, it will catch on a one, but there it is. Kalua holds the close corner. Crystal falls, and Leviathan gets the flank off in the end.
What a recovery here for Full Sense. It looked like they were just going to be kind of whittled away throughout this round. You know, some early damage taken. They try to send Jit forward to create some opportunity. Autumn's like, no, my side for now. And then Pat gets a kill, and you're like, oh, he doubles down.
GG, boys!
There by Killa. Really slick
कोई
movement.
नहीं, 2 ही गेम
But
जीतने का हम लोग का अभी भी.
Jack gets taken down by Leviathan, who
2 ही गेम
continues
जीतने
to
का
be
है
strong
अभी भी.
today. And a real difference
Shit
maker
बे
overall.
यार,
You're
जीतते थे
expecting
अपने
Premium
को
Kahlua
BF5
to be
PRX
doing the
के साथ
damage.
प्रिपेयर करने के
As
बाद
full
अच्छा खासा
sets,
टाइम
they have
मिलता.
been your 2
2
best
दिन.
players pretty consistently throughout the year. If you get Leviathan going too, if you get Jip Boys to continue to fry on the duelists, a 4-headed demon.
खत्म बोलता है. टीपी मारो उस तरफ. टीपी आगे बंदा पीछे.
Finds that kill. The B site is busted wide open. And the only silver lining that can really be found here for Global Esports is that the guy with the pit is dead.
बेस्ट चांस हुई तो वो एक को मारता, टीपी मारता. एनिमी टीम के अंदर हो सकता है, एनिमी टीम को लगता है ओ शिट ये अपना बंदा है, वो टीपी देख के.
It's in the hands of Jip Boy, so
ठीक नहीं.
bring it out of his grasp. Bobby, the start of 1, going to be held at bay. Now a smoke going to be cycled forward here by Leviathan. Puck back in the window. Watch the angle. This is the fight, but Kua still set here.
मैं बोलने वाला था अगर वॉल करके इधर स्टन वन करके लड़ेंगे ना,
However, able to wide swing out a little bit more.
ओपी हो जाएगा.
Can't get the readjust.
Chat बाप रे टेक हेलो.
The fuse getting started. They have to back off of it. It's Premi! Time and time again! Another 4K, another monstrous volley of kills.
Just look out, London. This guy's coming. He is out freaking rages. He is so clean. It's just like once he hits that first headshot, it's like you just know he's good for the rest. You can just feel it. Unbelievably clean. Oh.
Yeah, maybe thumbs up across the stage, but
प्रीमी है
rated
बे.
team, I'm sure.
है
Global
बे
Esports, the best they
प्रीमी.
can hope for now, if they can pull off this thrifty.
हाँ वाह जावे भाई. क्रेजी साउंड दिया है, क्रेजी.
Got some hope. Man, it feels so difficult. You're on mixed by.
Contact breaking the wall into the Hunter's Fury, but Premi's dashed out of there. And everybody else quickly backpedals away. They're able to make that first one out.
FS का read गलत
Layers
है
to
बे.
that though. That was kind of part of the
FS
plan.
का
Like, if the Hunter's Fury
read
doesn't
गलत
work,
है.
you've got your strong side over towards B. That's where you want to try to force them over to. But full sense, feeling that, checking to see if
Go
there's
back
any
है वापस
nibblers off
अभी
of that as well.
max
Maybe
2
that
बंदे,
could have been a
max.
follow-up plan.
Max
Contact
2
here for
बंदे.
Javi. So important.
10-2 इसलिए 9-2 है. है बे, FS टीम है बे अच्छा.
Tuck away a cheeky position here from Crystal.
अभी देखने हैं कि क्या हम लोग बेस्ट ऑफ 5 का वो कर सकते हैं कुछ क्रेजी.
Setting out some shots.
क्रिस्टल को ज्यादा टाइम के लिए जिंदा था, पता नहीं
Like
कैसे.
that kill, the slide to his demise. Primi finds another 2 kills, and now it's just Patman.
Clean
The
नहीं, FS
1v5.
strong.
He has been a beast in his own right.
FS
This
too
is a
strong,
bridge
boys.
Way too damn far. As it is 10-2 at the half. Full
रैंक
sets
मैनिपुलेशन
are
के लिए
looking
रिपोर्ट
to
करो मेरे
very
को.
quickly
गलत
stomp
मारता
their
है
way
बे वो.
into the grand final on Sunday.
गलत मारता है यार.
They're well on their way.
भाई वो मारने के ज्यादा मेरे को लगता है पहला
into that grand
मैप
finals.
ये लोग जो हारे ना,
Great coordination, some really nice reads from Cruz. You know, kind of talking
हल्का सा
about
बीटी तो
the
लिया
battle
है
between
मेरे को
him
लग
and
रहा है.
Frost. Like, who, just
हाँ?
get it, dude. With those two guys, like, who's gonna have the better read? Who's gonna kind of come into this
ऋषि
with some
सर
ideas
इसको बोलो
that are
कुत्ता
gonna
वाले
have the
जिंक्स
other
करता है.
off
मैंने क्या
balance?
किया?
Cruz right now works some magic along with his coaching staff. I mean, they're just so smart.
ब्रेकफास्ट पिकेम्स,
Every little
सबवे
decision they're making,
या
the right
रामेन.
ones on top of some incredible shooting. which
Breakfast,
you expect from this Thai
सबवे
roster.
हेल्दी खाएंगे भाई.
Tough choice. What's your breakfast pick there? Give me both. Can I
ramen.
have both?
Yeah, why not?
Ramen.
Can you dip the
Ramen, ramen.
Right in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, right there with you. I was thinking it.
Ramen.
So you'd have to remove
Loss
the
important before
Yeah.
international
So
and big
sucks.
teams.
I want to like it.
इतना भी जरूरत
got
नहीं
the bad
है.
genes.
I do.
इम्पोर्टेंट भी नहीं है मतलब.
Not the
रिंग
only
मिलता
bad
मजा
thing
आता
I've
था.
got.
लेकिन ठीक
The
है,
one that
ठीक है,
causes me the most grief.
ठीक है. हारा तो भी 2 ही गेम जीतने का. देखो जीत के आगे जाने का चाहे
Oh,
कुछ
right
भी
now,
हो.
full sense causing a world of grief to Global Esports. 17, 8, and 4 is Primi. 10 to 2.
खतरनाक रिवेंज आर्क आ सकता है अभी जी का बेस्ट ऑफ 5
might as well just
हाँ
throw in the towel.
पेरेक्स को आ रहा है तो बेस्ट ऑफ 5 रिवेंज आर्क
You just can't win anything.
जिट बॉयज ने जबरदस्ती हेडशॉट मार के टीपी कराया है उसको
Now in
हाय
forward,
में
we'll
वो
see the site is empty. He'll be able to get in with a plant.
भाई लेकिन काफी राउंड में जी का रीड अच्छा है बे
Couple crews to the wall. Trying to get them set up, but coming in
रीडिंग
late.
अच्छा है राइटिंग थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट राइट है क्या बोल रहे हो
It's on. Push all the way forward, the exit of Arches. Swinging in. Instantaneously able to find the headshot there on the Cruz. He's looking for a little bit more, but he and Javi both will lose their lives. Some
Meet up
damage
around.
dealt, yes. But now, a 2-player advantage brought back to 1. Headshot there from Crystal. Is able to catch on the perimeter.
मीटअप हो रहा है
That's what's now walled off. Able to find himself 2 quick kills as well.
एक सेकंड क्या जीत गए राउंड
This
क्या
is looking nigh impossible for him. Looking for the timing, swings that corner, has Patman, but it would
That's
have to
his
be
play,
the
Crystal,
instant headshot
Crystal.
on the Crystal.
Love
Will
you,
be able to
yeah.
get Global Esports their first pistol win
Why
of the series.
Batman the savior
And it was another moment where he went into that elbow, tucked in, and waited out full. How about Jits just laughing?
hello
No care in the world right now. The lead that you have, that opening win, and almost clutches out the round. But Crystal waits out Primi, waits for him to
question
make a little bit
after
of noise.
we
It's that good
had
pass
2
good for
cent is
two.
it because
Comes
they
alive.
play
He's
too
been struggling this
aggressively
map.
or
We
some
haven't
flaw
seen
is
the
there
usual
no
Batman that we've come to expect here.
मेन 2 सेंटी का
For
नहीं
Global
है 2
Esports.
सेंटी easier to hold है
Good one.
पुश प्लस वो लोग जो वॉल प्लेस सब जो बनाते हैं ना
We'll find too much damage here as well.
जो वॉल प्लेस बनाते हैं वो भी बहुत अच्छा रहता है जैसा वो लोग ने वॉल तोड़ा स्लो अप करके सोवाल्ट किया तो ऐसा एक सेकंड लो बच गए तो ऐसे सब प्लेस वो लोग बहुत बनाते हैं
But at the end, still going to be 3 players surviving the key weaponry.
प्लस तुम लोग ने एल्बो देखा रहेगा एल्बो वॉल के थ्रू तुम लोग मिड डोर देख सकते हो
It's
वो
just so
प्ले
funny
रहता है
because you know with the way that smoke is
बी
placed,
में
like,
अलग
Global
अलग
Esports
जगह
is
पे वॉल
very
प्ले रहता
aware
है
of what Full Sense is trying to do. They're like,
लेकिन
there's no way
मजाक
you
सेट
place
कर
that smoke that far forward.
ये कॉम से
You know,
ज्यादा
far forward
बाप
unless
कॉम
you're
जो मेरे को पसंद है
just gonna sit it
सोवा
and
हार्बर
still somehow Full Sense finds a couple kills, but it's okay. You can see Patman, you know, a little bit of a wry smile. They're well aware, and it's still difficult because Full Sense is just so engaged.
अभी तक हार्बर वाइपर यहाँ पे क्यों नहीं आया पता
Their
नहीं
bonus.
ऑन द वे
Do that. Suddenly, you start believing a little bit more. Double push down though, and Patman able to find one off the rip as Kalula will get robbed. On him there. It's outside of Halls. For reposition. Primi able to peel back some of the pressure. Uniton going to be taken down. In the corner, spot out onto Crystal.
Bro.
Using that cloud bridge is a bit of a one-way, and Primi
Bro,
finds
अपन
himself
इतना
in second.
अच्छा
Patman now dead.
रिकॉन
And oh,
रेडी
Primi
भी
looking
थे
for a
माँ
more piece that
कसम
he cannot find. It gets
प्रीमी
3.
ने क्या
21,
स्मोक
10,
डाला
and 6.
खत्म कर दिया बे
Full Sense will deny the
वो
bonus
स्मोक
conversion
1v भी हो गया उसके लिए
from Global Esports. Now they are 2 rounds
Huh?
away from locking up their
इसकी
position in
माँ
the grand
कवड़ी
final.
But you can't deny this guy. I mean, every time
Evil Bab.
you just
पागल बंदा है क्या प्रीमी
he's just off the chain and he starts taking rounds over. And look at they're just as a pack hunting. Bananas. Look at Sushi Boys. He's just.
I mean, it's like cheating.
It is. Oh, thought he was gonna get that.
Fair whiff.
भाई
I'm pulling the angle. Still
एक
liking
सेकंड
his
इसको
odds.
शॉकडाउन भी दे लग रहा है
This 1v1.
चैट सीट्स ऑन है क्या
Swing. So, and okay. The
फिर
one
से
equal
पिघलेगा
damage.
Baiting him.
Patman, yeah, okay, gets that kill, but Jit Boys is there.
Patman भी like ये तो है
So 1 for 1, the Viper now.
फाइनल बॉस डाउन है बॉयज
Still not going to be able to get the take on
यार
the site, but
लास्ट राउंड जीतते तो पॉसिबल था क्या चैट
full sense.
10-6 होता था
Make the pivot, make to get into position. Try to turn this one around.
हल्का सा वाइब भी आता था नहीं
Able to shock darts there, so Javi not going to get caught. Around the
अब तो ड्राइव पिक कर रहे नहीं मैं बोला वो लोग को नेक्स्ट राउंड सेज ब्लाइंड करेगा और फिर पिक करेंगे वो लोग
Gonna do a 3v3, but Leviathan, a damn clean shot. Brings it back to 2.
उधर नियम स्टन स्लाइड कर दिया
Now scouted out. They know exactly where they're at. It's Autumn. He's gonna try to collect the weapon, grabs up that vandal. 7 bullets remaining in it. Is Leviathan gonna be holding the fuse up to half? No.
It was
Actually
half
cancels it early. And then, as he tries to go back in for it, Autumn finds the perfect timing.
Yeah!
Oh, Leviathan. A little iffy on that one.
Shit, babe.
Critical round win for Autumn.
Possible hota tha.
Yeah, able to hold the line back there, even though he's trying to hide Javi's position there. Clears the drone before it can check his spot. If Primi doesn't die,
Can
he'll
we
probably turn it
be
around.
Pacific Fanatic,
Trying
please?
to bait Catman out the whole time. Fortunately for Pat, he's able to at least get the kill before he's
Like
traded.
her boys, like her boys!
There's the drone,
Like her
holds the line,
boys!
backs up Javi. A really nice set play between those two on the backside. Playing off of each other very, very nicely. One away here from Primi's ult, so he's gonna get it.
इतना बुरा कैसे आ रहे हैं प्रीमी हुआ हम लोग के साथ.
Looking for a third with that Guardian. Cruz will finally be able to sit him down and recover the weapon for himself.
We got premied.
Back over towards the B site. Taken as Patman.
Hey, Batman.
Caught on the timing though by Jit Boys. Can upgrade the Guardian over to a Vandal. Does have an overdrive as well.
भाई गंदा प्रीमी हो गया भाई क्या स्कोर है उसका.
For the Eco
21 and
Res.
12.
Cash is a little all over the place for the team.
21 और 10 था वो. 12 छोड़ दो
I'd
दे
say
तो
as
अभी
well
क्या
as
उसने कुछ impact नहीं था.
So yeah, they will just go ahead and send this one. No one in position for the punish.
पैसा चाहिए.
And that's going to be now 4 players versus the 2 remaining on full sense. Global Esports doing themselves a 6-round win. 5 away from tying it up as the spike gets ready to detonate. Still no. More casualties to be suffered.
अब तो गया. जिस इकोनॉमी के लिए अपने अल्ट मारा था.
Nothing more to be done. Spike is going to be going off. Cruz now just backpedaling out to mid to try to survive. And it's with the Guardian, so can just tuck back in and die to the spike. So a 5-round deficit now.
अबे एक बंदा Arbor.
Taking themselves back into the series.
For sure, and now they're starting to make some good reads. They're starting to play together.
एक अच्छा है. 100 का अल्ट है ये
opening
राउंड.
battles.
लेकिन मेन पॉइंट जो अल्ट का था इकोनॉमी के लिए.
Shut him down. You know what he wants in that round. They're very aware of it. Crystal denies that orb.
Primi is in his prime. भाई गलत मार रहे.
Crispy. One enemy Guardian shots here and there.
गलत मार रहे.
Good awareness this time from Global Esports.
21 and 12. भाई मजाक सेट कर. मैं अगर एफएस में रहता तो जीत जाता अगर मेरा डुओ ऐसा मार रहा था. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मेरा डुओ प्रीमी की जगह पे स्ट्रिप्स होता है दल्ला. वो प्रॉब्लम इसलिए मैं लाइफ में आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहा हूँ.
Players are trying to hold the site down. Big fight going to be layered in. Drone. It's cleared. Cruz just using this as a timing. Just insert Jit Boys forward.
Bait for him again. And this time, Esports is going to be a little more cautious other than Autumn.
Autumn one way.
Check things out.
Huh?
Was getting hit there.
Now you've got him.
Nowhere to run. Going to be opened up. Cruz able to find Bobby before he gets taken down, but Autumn
Nice.
into main. Jit Boys now
Nice.
dead. Quickly stomping his way.
Please.
Towards this side of the map.
Shot.
Crystal has the headshot, shuts him down again.
Spike planted.
Nice. Not able to find any value.
सीधा सेव लाला सीधा सेव दोनों चलो.
Real way of trying to punish this.
रिटेक का एक्टिंग नहीं 30 HP. चलो चलो सीधा सेव.
Money, it absolutely feels like it needs to be.
एक सेकंड.
Around the
हेलो
back is
सो भाई.
unexpected. Crystal nearly there with the turn. Suddenly into a 2v2.
वाइपर का अल्ट देख के बेटा ग्रीनरी.
And then watching this main side as Leviathan dead. Cluid trying to run away, cannot escape. Patman will find him as well.
I'm out of here.
3K for it. Now 4 rounds separating. Global Esports might have just gotten themselves back into this map.
No, for sure. It feels like they've got hope, and there has to be a timeout here, I would think, from the full set staff to talk about this, because
Spike down mid.
things are getting a little too loose. And GE's starting to get in their groove, feel a little bit comfortable. At the very least, you want to try
लेफ्ट
to
देख रहा था. अरे
slow
ऐसा
it
थोड़ी
down.
इतना लॉक इन करके.
For sure.
बीच बीच में देखेगा ना.
Time out here and talk about it. You had such a huge lead at 10-2. You can't let this slip as full sense.
क्या लग रहा है चैट?
Not going to be too
स्लीपिंग्स.
long here if you get that next round. Another timeout ripped by
भाई
Global,
सोचो बे भाई.
but what parts of the map here do they want to try to
वो एक राउंड पे वो एक राउंड हम लोग जीतते. क्या स्कोर होता बे? 10-9. जिसके वजह से 2 राउंड मिलता 10-9 होता था बे. पिस्तौल में इतना बाप रे 4 बंदे साइड पे थे. ओह माय गॉड. अभी साला ऐसा कैलकुलेट कराना टिल्ट हो जाऊंगा मैं. Fuck.
no mid control to speak of for full send. They just walk through the doors and then Jit and Cruz are completely surrounded.
प्रीमी को मेरा फ्लैंक ओमेन एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया, एक और फ्लैंकिंग नहीं करना तो पड़ेगा ना. सारा एंगल्स रखना पड़ता है, ऐसा नहीं होता कि एक बंदा मार दे मेरे को लगा एक की था. मेरे को लगा पे नहीं खेलते वो लोग. फुल इन्फो के साथ खेलते. फुल इन्फो के बाद अगर कोई फास्ट प्ले किया, रिपोजिशन किया और ऑफ गार्ड पकड़ा गया तो बात अलग है.
You have the overdrive in the back of your mind.
Gotta go.
पिक करना, पिक करना,
40
पिक कर
be off that peak.
करना.
Not to connect. Autumn scaling forward in mid. Does have that outlaw in hand. Same time, Primi.
भाई कोई प्रीमी को देख रहा है क्या?
Right.
अकेला बंदा ए
Position pick for forward in the
होल्ड
main
कर रहा है.
phase.
मेन भी
He held at bay by that trade.
डोर तो छोड़ ही दिया है. डोर से हम लोग गए, प्रीमी मर गया उधर.
Starting to get overwhelmed.
अकेला बंदा ए पे खड़ा है.
Great shot though from Kalua. Good lord.
क्या फालतू करी है?
Able to find Autumn. Now the Hunter's Fury. Opened up, trying to catch players on this crunch. The Leviathan at the same time.
ये रहा
Peeks out of the
हम
mid.
लोग.
Batman is dead. Just found him from Nest.
What a read.
Now they're going to go pushing. Do they read that Premi's going to be in main at all? They have to be cognizant of this. Know that they've given up this space. Premi here's the movement. Yudotan is suspicious. Cannot stop him. Tailwind over to the opposite side. Hobby just going to set up with that slow
30
one.
seconds left.
Keep Premi contained as best as humanly
ये देखो,
possible.
ये देखो,
For the moment.
रीड देखो इसका.
Get the reveal.
ये
Premi
देखो,
is reading this approach from Crystal
ये देखो.
absolutely gorgeously. Another dash.
क्या होता है ये जब बंदा साइट में जा रहा है, प्लांट कर रहा है.
Well, the Marshal will not be able to find the shot.
Huh?
Kalua absolutely does.
There is no, मेरे को लगा ये होती है भाई.
To break the momentum of global esports, they are now at match point.
They just commit off of some
भाई
early
ये
contact
होता है
and
player.
lack of pressure towards Primi. They're saying, Primi, you're good enough with that rifle. We're just going to leave you on
अकेला
your own.
बंदा ये
The
होल्ड
rest of
करके
us here
राउंड
are
निकाला
going to
है.
set up. We're going to hide our positions, wait for any kind of presence from global esports. They make a little noise. They
क्या
show
ये?
their faces, and that's when we're going to spring into life. You've got the players at top mid.
ये राउंड नहीं हारना चाहिए था यार.
Because I guarantee he read that round. He knew what he wanted, and he got
इतना
it.
क्लोज क्या जा रहा था हम लोग. Fuck 11-8.
And they're at mid.
Dad!
Pops his head up, quick shot with the Sheriff. I mean, full sensor. The most dialed in that we have seen all year long.
चीजें हो रही है लेकिन लेफ्ट राइट हो रही है.
They've been just really feeling it since the playoffs started. I mean, 2-0 over KRX, 2-0
But
over 2-1.
I feel at
And it
this
just
point
continues here again today.
BT लेने से अच्छा
You know, a couple weeks ago,
सिर्फ 2 दिन और है. सिर्फ 2 दिन और है. उसके बाद घर पे जाके बीटी लो. सिर्फ 2 दिन और है. गिव 100%. पोटेंशियल है. विनेबल लग रहा है. हाँ, बहुत सारे अच्छे राउंड्स हैं. थोड़े बहुत गंदे राउंड्स हैं, लेकिन बहुत सारे अच्छे राउंड्स हैं. थोड़े बहुत राउंड्स, लेकिन बहुत सारे अच्छे राउंड्स हैं.
After seeing them dismantle T1 on Pearl, I'm saying when I saw the breeze coming through,
Bro,
like,
chip
they
के
have a
death
game
stare
plan.
दे
They
रहे हो.
have an idea.
टाइम आउट ही
how
ऐसा
to
लिया.
shut
फर्स्ट पे
global
ऐसा
esports
देख रहे
down.
सिर्फ.
And they've been showing that round over round.
Well, it's crazy
यही
that being
मेरे
able to
टाइम आउट.
fix some of those and take some of your opponent's best maps away from them, how deep that makes this team. Ridiculous.
Live chance to try to turn the tide of this one alive, then is able to find first one, and what could very well be the final round. Crystal now dead, the spike on the floor, Autumn able to peel one back.
से
Peel
मारा.
out onto Javi, meanwhile Patman off screen, able to
Bye.
find a kill on Kalua
Please.
at backside.
Please.
Trying to push forward, ends up losing his life. A bit overzealous here, is full sense. Now forward position,
Love you, yaar,
Patman will
Patman.
be the
Love
one
you.
to keep them in the map. 3 kills for him. 4 more rounds to go for global esports to try to push this into overtime.
And it's just another one of those rounds from Full Sense where they just want to try to take fights because they feel like they've got the advantage when they don't need to, when they can be
3-5
safe
जीता by the way, just
here
saying.
and just hold the line behind the
3-5
pyramid.
okay.
And they're probably fine. And Primi's looking, he knows Autumn is right out there, and he's looking for that moment when Autumn's
Batman
hopefully
ने
scoped
sexy
in
round
towards the
निकाला.
mid doors or
Sexy round
something
निकाला.
else.
I'm out of here.
Autumn, great. Those snipers, great on the chamber.
I think
Solid
लौड़े लग
map
गया
for
जट.
sure.
ये राउंड कॉल था प्रीमी ए पे बी चलो चुपचाप.
Players right around the corner here. Cruz with the judge.
Oh my
Judge, though.
god.
Finds the first. Trying to get that sync by layered in, but it's just a little bit too slow.
Oh my
Not being
god.
able to find the kill, but look at Premi. Look at how on red this is gone. Finds the one, re-peeks, and Crystal will be able to sit him down once again. Keeps him in with a shout. A 3v3 now, a 3v2. Patman gets rid of Leviathan. And it looks like we're slated to have this map continue.
Jit
with
boys
Boys
पे. ये क्या कर
that window has something else to say about it. Kula is able to find Patman at the same time. Autumn now in a 1v2. For all the marbles for the map.
लगता है आपके बैंड के मैचेस देखे आपके साइड होल्ड कर रहा है अकेला साइड होल्ड कुछ क्रेजी है बे लेकिन ठीक है बे चैट ये भी विनेबल राउंड था दो और विनेबल राउंड थे 6-0 डाउन होने के बाद जीत सकते थे
He has every idea, every bit of information they could possibly want. Damn near has the angle, puts him down lower, 44 health, and then seals the deal. 13-8, a 2-0 in the
not
series.
Bad, actually, NT, not bad.
The student has become the master as Cruz
We
takes
got
down his former
Freeman.
coach in Frost. Full sense, punch their ticket to the grand final.
Not bad.
It's a flawless
चलो यार
run
वाइब्स
in
रखो
the
यार दो
playoff
दिन
for
है
full sense
वापस
to get
मिलेंगे
there, to
वापस
have
मिलेंगे
that
वापस
advantage
मिलेंगे लाला
going into the finals of Pacific.
वापस
They're trying to
मिलेंगे
make
लाला
themselves the #1 seed out of the region
जीत
for
सकते थे
London.
बहन जो पूरा
For
सीरीज जीत
Global
सकते थे बे
Esports,
मैप
the
छोड़ो बे
Cinderella run will be put on
लेकिन
pause momentarily.
second
But
map
still
Primi
some
goat
smiles. Autumn trying to big up the boys. A tough match here today.
Primi's
But they
him
get
straight up
another opportunity potentially.
लोअर
They
ब्रैकेट
can
अभी
get
लोअर
the
ब्रैकेट
winner
लोअर
of
ब्रैकेट
Paper
अभी हम लोग को
XP1 to try and get revenge.
PRX से हमने जीतने का
Through that lower bracket.
और फिर
It would have to be
उनके
against
सामने
Full
जीतने
Sense
का
again with a double
FS
map
के सामने
ban. What a victory here
बैटमैन
for
टिल्ट हो
Full
गया मेरे को भी
Sense.
लग रहा है
They get to sit
पहला
back.
मैप जीत सक भाई
Watch
पहला
the
मैप
next
बहुत
two
विनेबल था
series.
बे
He
इससे
won
तो
Paper
10 गुना
X
ज्यादा विनेबल था
just after this one.
इसमें तो छोटा बहुत
Global
मिस्टेक्स
Esports
हुआ है
versus the
उसमें
winner
तो
of
हुआ
that
भी नहीं था
tomorrow
यार
in a
क्लचेस
best
आ
of
रहे थे यार
5. Plenty of time to prepare, and if they are going to continue to cook, continue to just counteract teams, then my
पिस्तौल
God,
राउंड पे
Full
क्या आ रहे
Sense,
बे
right now
चार
they are
जन
very
रीड होके
favored to get that first seed to London.
Oh, I
गलत आके
doubt it.
उसके मार के
As
गए
long
बे
as their form, their individual form doesn't
लेकिन
falter.
ठीक है
Cruz is making good reads. He's got good game plans.
वो
along
भी हो
with the
सकता है
coaching staff.
स्टेज अलग है
That's all that
प्रेशर
matters.
ज्यादा है वो भी सब हो सकता है
Gotta
बहुत
keep 'em
कुछ हो
informed.
सकता है लेकिन
And it does. Well,
मत पॉजिटिव
very nice and concise
Huh?
victory here for Full Sense. Let's go ahead and hear from them in the winning interview with Jen.
इस बार
Vâng ạ, một tràng pháo tay thật lớn nữa dành cho một đội tuyển có mặt ở trận Grand Final.
जन बोल दे जन बोल दे जन बोल दे
Full Sense!
ले जाओ
Full Sense with the dominant performance, 2-0 advancing to the grand finals. We got Cruz here with us. Now, Cruz, can you believe it? Full Sense in the grand finals. You guys went through a lot. It was a rough
Real
road,
entertainment था
but weathering everything
ऐसा आ रहेगा
together, you
प्रॉब्लम
guys
नहीं है जो
made
विनिमल
it
था
to
बुरा
the
लगता है
grand
लेकिन
finals.
प्रॉब्लम
How
नहीं है
special is this milestone for you?
I think it's
Vâng ạ, câu hỏi đầu tiên chúng ta hãy cùng nhau gặp gỡ Cruz. Câu đầu tiên dành cho Cruz rằng là Cruz một chặng đường vô cùng là dài dành cho
Full
Full Sense.
Sense culture.
Full Sense bây giờ đã có mặt ở trong
बे
trận
उड़ी है
Grand
बे
Final
उड़ी
Stage
चाहिए
1. Cái cột mốc này quan trọng như thế nào?
उड़ी है
I think it feels like hard work paid off, and we worked really hard, even the 3 days here. So
यार
job's
सेंटी हो
not
रहा है
done.
क्या
I'm not that happy yet. I think we still need to win the whole tournament, but at least it's good that we actually got better, and all the hard work we did showed.
है बे
Có rất là nhiều cái vấn đề trong xuyên suốt cái chặng đường của chúng tôi. Chúng tôi cũng đã có thời gian on và thời gian off. Nhưng thật tuyệt vời khi có mặt ở trong trận Grand Final của Stage 1.
I think it was bad day for Udo चलता है यार
Indeed,
ठीक
that
है
was a
यार
very immaculate performance from you guys.
ठीक है पार्ट ऑफ द
You
गेम
also
अभी
had
मेन
massive
पार्ट
crowd
जो आएगा
here
वो है
today,
बाउंसी
and I
बैक
know you missed this
अगर
sense of
अपन बाउंसी
enthusiasm
बैक
from
कर
the
दिया
crowd. What was it like?
तो
you know,
crazy हो जाएगा
Vietnamese
ना
fan energy and the enthusiasm that you were able to kind of feel in the venue.
Cruz ạ, một bầu không khí rất là bùng nổ ở tại thành phố
पता है
Hồ
हम
Chí Minh
कहाँ आ
ngay
रहे
bây
जब भी आपने
giờ.
ट्वीट
Chắc
किया
hẳn anh đã rất là nhớ những cái khoảnh khắc đó. Vậy thì cái trải
फिर
nghiệm,
के
cái năng
मेरी
lượng
गाफ
của
पे
các bạn khán
कैसे
giả
तीर
tại Việt
लगता
Nam
है
như thế nào ạ
हाँ?
Cruz?
I think the last time I felt this was Sao Paulo, and this feels very special to the boys. We had a lot of fun. The first few rounds, we couldn't even hear the game. Thanks to the Vietnamese fans. You guys are amazing, and I hope we put up a good show on the grand finals.
Cảm ơn các bạn khán giả Việt Nam rất là nhiều. Một tràng pháo tay thật lớn nữa cho Cruz ạ.
Remember देख के लगता है जेफ
And
नर्फ होने वाला
lastly,
वापस
as you said, the job is
रेस
not
से
done
दूर
yet,
रहे
but
बेंच
maybe
बस
for years, but
जो
since
खेलना
the
खेले
beginning
हो
of this
भाई
year, you've
रेस
been
से दूर
building
रहो
towards a vision that you've had for many years. Full Thai squad shining on a big
Hello, madam.
stage. Now, with only one series away from you guys lifting the trophy, what do you want to show on the final stage?
Cruz ạ, anh đã xây dựng một cái ý tưởng cực kỳ là vững chắc dành cho full
अगर
set.
उसने सिर्फ
Và
win
từ
बोल
tiềm
दिया
năng
ना
thì ý tưởng đó nó đã chuẩn bị trở thành
Crazy
hiện thực.
lol
Một
हो जाएगा.
series nữa thôi thì anh sẽ trở thành nhà vô địch của VCT
What do you want to
Pacific
show on
Stage.
final stage win?
Anh muốn thể hiện điều gì ở trên sân khấu của trận chung kết hả Cruz?
हारने का दुख
I want
नहीं
to show
वन
that Thailand is
साइड
up there, and we deserve to be
मार
here.
खाने का हो रहा है वन
I did
साइड क्या
everything
फाइनल
for
स्कोर लाइन
Thailand
38 है
for
वो
the
भी
past
2 राउंड
5-6
जो
years,
जीत के
so
और
I think
3
we
राउंड
truly
जीत
deserve a
सकते थे
trophy. And I hope I get to play Frost again, because we're family.
Okay, so GE and Full Sense Grand Finals.
Tôi đã rất là nỗ lực để
Vậy
cống hiến cho
सारे
Valorant
आजकल
Thái
से
Lan trong
PRX
suốt
fans
5 cho
दूर
tới
दूर
6
जा
năm
रहे हैं
qua.
यार
Và tôi ở đây để chứng tỏ được rằng Valorant của Thái Lan xứng đáng có được chiếc cúp đó, chiếc cúp mà chúng tôi chuẩn bị chạm tay tới. Và chắc chắn rằng là tôi tin rằng rất nhiều các bạn khán giả ủng hộ cho Full Sense cũng đang chờ đợi cái điều đó, đúng không ạ? Một tràng pháo tay thật là lớn nữa dành cho Cruz.
Let's hope they prepare well and come back stronger. Hope so. तेरा भाई तो hope so.
Thank you, Cruz, and thanks to you
Study
and the
time,
boys.
hide दो इसको.
Guys,
क्या बोला
definitely
वो?
put Thailand back on the map. Good luck in the grand finals. Everybody, one more time for Full Sense.
Thank you, Cruz.
Thank you.
From Cruz himself, he said that he wants to
Oh,
put
sorry,
Thailand
Dan.
on the map. He's waited in line for so long. He wants that trophy. He said, now
Yeah, babe.
I deserve this chance.
3 to 4 years since we've seen a full Thai squad at an international event. We've never seen them be able to win and lift the Pacific Trophy. So I'm really looking forward to a full set that has a big advantage now in the grand final. They're looking in good form. It's a very well-rounded roster.
Hide
Of
का
course,
scene नहीं
led
है,
by
थोड़ा
the
सा hurt है
immense
वो.
fragging power of Primi. But everyone on the roster played so well today. Leviathan is settling in to his role.
Primi's even
Very good
standing.
on the stage. Yeah.
He's showing
qualified
emotion.
for London. अबे हम लोग अभी भी इवेंट जीत सकते हैं भाई.
Calling looks good. I mean, it's just full sets doing full sets things. You know, either they're calling their way into a good round and having some good macro, or they're running into a 4-stack and winning anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Things are looking great for this Full Sense roster. On the side of GE, I think this was definitely a learning moment for them. How they have to settle in on the stage because they were very slow here in this map too.
Yes, absolutely. T, take it all in because you deserve
They
this
hide
as well.
gold.
Full Sense are
Yeah,
also
this is
looking
moves
very,
like that,
very
it's
calm
okay.
and steady coming into this. You don't see that peak yet from them, but I think that is pretty much like
नहीं,
a
उसका
warning
सिर्फ
shot from
negative
Full
chat ही
Sense.
है.
You know
Study
what
time, you
we're at
can
right now.
fuck
You can do
yourself
so much more.
and fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, commiserations to GE.
ठीक है, उसका सारा
I
chat
felt like the
negative है.
brain
मेरे को
drain
लगा
maybe
एक
got to
उसने ऐसा
Harvey
frustration
a
में
little
लिखा
bit today.
रहेगा.
We've seen that in some of their other
लेकिन
series.
उसका
They had
सारा
slow
chat
starts to
negative
both
है.
of the maps, unfortunately. But I felt like once the attacking side rounds started getting going, I felt like we saw some good calling. They just needed a bit more of a well-rounded performance from the boys today, similar to what you saw against PRX. So better to run into some of these obstacles on the stage here than maybe when they go through the lower bracket and
Keep
play
quiet,
another
Didi is saying
fearsome
something.
opponent, or
Excuse me.
even when they go over to London. This is some more character development for
Not
GE.
bad close.
Autumn was fantastic today, but maybe needed a little bit more help from the rest of the boys. It was really the two experienced heads, Autumn and Patman, that did the most damage for GE.
Yeah, I mean, I
कोई
think
mod
this
के
will
लिए
be an
chat में मुझे
important
बनाओ.
game for them
मैं हूँ
as
ना
they
एकदम.
move forward. I think for me, now the big test is what does this team look like in that lower bracket match? What learnings are you able to take
कल
away
करेंगे
from
फिर
this
से
loss?
support
Because
full support.
I
Let's
think they have to find a way to
go.
get settled faster into
Close,
these games.
obviously
When
close,
you're down so
38.
much in that first half like
दो
that,
round
it
effort
becomes
होने के बाद
impossible
भी
to climb your way out. Despite
कैसे
good
तुम लोग close
solid
नहीं लग रहा है?
performances, like you say, from Pat and
Especially जब हम
Autumn,
लोग preview हुए
especially,
भाई.
but you look at it compared to what we're seeing from Full Sense. I mean, Privy dropping 24. This guy is absolutely insane. There's nothing he can't do, man.
He's a monster. He is an absolute monster, and even more so here on this stage. And for the side of GE, you kind of see that, right? We talk a lot about experience on that stage and needing
अरे
to brush off
easy है,
those
पागल है क्या?
initial
अभी आ रहा है
first
खेलने।
nerves, which is exactly what Full Sense got the chance to do before, right? So now they're not.
मोड़
feeling
तो
the
याद
pressure.
क्या हम आज
Still
रुक जा
not
मेरे को
dealing
I mean,
खाना
that
ऑर्डर
was
करने दो।
really the narrative
मतलब
going
ये है
into today.
नहीं।
These guys have already played their way
भूख
through
लगा
the
यार,
roadshow.
कुछ
The
नहीं
core
खाया
of this
मैंने।
team has had some of that experience, even if they haven't graced the international stage just yet. But it's great to see them in full form. I think at the moment they're playing very aggressively, and I think if you're playing with confidence and playing aggressive on a big stage like this, it can really simplify things. And I think if the other team kind of crumbles on an individual basis a little bit, then you can unfortunately run them over, especially in the earlier parts of some of these maps. And that's where Full Sets, I think, were able to front run with confidence and just ran away with the series, particularly on Breeze.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we take a look at one of the matchups here in match 2, we want to talk about Killua versus Crystal. And I think Killua, you know, he had that very strong start to the season, and we saw him peter off there a little bit, but it was nice to see him have a massive performance today. He didn't even need to go as big as he did with how fantastic Primi was, but it bodes very well for this team as they move towards London if he's also able to frag.
Yeah, absolutely. All of these players are just capable of just popping off intensely. So it's very exciting for Full Sense. I mean, you have them now in the grand finals here in Pacific. It's going to be really, really exciting to find out who they also go up against. But of course, for GE, they still can come back. I think they are still a threat there. They are still able to actually, you know, brush off that mental hit that they took over here. And I think that they can still, once they get off that initial kind of like first match, first day kind of things, they can do it.
It's still their best season, yeah. And we've even seen plenty of teams from Pacific come through in the second or the third seed, having taken some L's in Pacific itself, which is so stacked, as we know, and then do actually better in the international tournament. Sometimes there is definitely that first seed curse, where you get seeded ahead in the groups, maybe you don't get pushed enough regionally, domestically, and unfortunately you haven't worked through some of those things that may come back to bite you internationally.
Yeah, I think now is the perfect time for them to have this loss. They didn't choke like this in a qualification game, which is very important. All this has done is send them down to the lower bracket, and they still do have a shot at that first seed, so they're not going to be too mad about this. But yeah, I mean, I will be curious, you know, what Frost is saying to them tonight. How harsh is he going to be on the boys? I think that's obviously, we'll have to ask him about that when we see them play.
I mean, when the team just left the stage, right, he goes over to Javi, and then Javi's talking with Autumn, and you kind of see the three of them huddle, have their own little huddle on that stage as Full Sense are walking down, and then they walk down, they're still discussing something. So I think it's going to be some intense, heavy discussion that they're going to be having, of course, as they proceed into this weekend. And of course, all of our fans here are just so wonderful. Every single round, by the way, we heard the crowd, and it is so fun to hear everybody's reaction throughout this entire weekend. So, and it's only the first series. We have so much more to go. We still have PRX and T1 coming up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm seeing so many Paper Rex jerseys all around the stadium.
We are in a sea of Paper Rex.
It's going to be
absolutely 10 already.
It's going to be mental for this second game. The crowd are going crazy. And, you know, like we said, it's such a big test for these players, and it's so nice that as a region we get to run it like this before London, because I know the crowd in London, it's going to be crazy over there as well. So playing under that pressure is going to be important.
I mean, we're in SEA. It's an SEA-heavy tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Four of the teams, I mean, GE with a little bit of a mixed representation over there, but some of the Filipinos, unfortunately, couldn't have a Vietnamese player in Ho Chi Minh this time around. But I'm looking at this matchup, and I'm thinking to myself, if T1 goes down here, then it's going to be triple SEA representation over at London as well as here in Ho Chi Minh, and that will actually be the first time in an international that there won't be a Korean team. Only Yudatang will be representing one of the strongest regions historically.
That is going to be insane, and it's also
He's not
big
out.
news
Lower
for
bracket
as well.
Lower
Again,
bracket
we've been talking about
la.
crowd here in Ho Chi Minh, and everybody has just been so wonderful. We also have the co-streamers over there. Shout out to my friends in the movies. There's just so much going on here, and we're in for a lot more right after this quick break.
भाई मेरे को मजाक सेट कर चैट मेरे को पता है 2-3 लोगों का मैसेज आया था यार हाँ तुम लोगों को पता है हाफ इंडियन बंदा स्वैगी बॉय पता है हाफ इंडियन करके जो मेरे को मिला था वो बंदा ना फोटो खींच के बोला अरे तू क्यों नहीं आया करके हाँ बोलता है अरे तू क्यों नहीं आया मिसिंग यू बोला लव यू यार नेक्स्ट टाइम हैवी पॉजिटिविटी है तेरा भाई याद है स्वैगी बॉय करके है ना आपका छुपा वाला लाइन ने मुझे रेगा की चैट से हाइड दिलवा दिया मेरा सबसेट मीन्स 1 सेकंड। कल भगवान के लिए जी का ट्वीट मत करना। मैंने कर रहा हूँ आई एम सॉरी। मैंने कर रहा हूँ।
편하게 사용할 수 있을 정도의 호불호
सुबह को
없는
किया था यार।
마우스 팁이라고 말씀드리고 싶고, 그리고 또 펄사가 굉장히 마우스를 잘 만드는 회사인 만큼 센서도 굉장히 좋고 그런 민감도나 정확도 그런 거에서 굉장히 뛰어난 성능을 보여준다고 말씀드리고 싶습니다.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings. On the opposite side, अभी 3 दिन लगातार जी मैचेस। एक दिन है कल। Ritik, can you explain yourself right now? हाँ? नहीं मतलब एक दिन है कल का मतलब क्या है? बाइसेप्स डे था आज, बच के रहना। अभी बोल रहा हूँ बाइसेप्स डे था मेरा आज। What do you mean? कैसे करना जुल्ला भाई? हाँ? लड़की नजर रखो चैट इस पे। यार भूख लगा, मैं मंगाना भूल गया। एक फ्राइज
Red Bull gives you wings.
एक हल्का सा पीरी पीरी मिक्स फ्राइज को लेंगे डब्लू। एक बर्गर वेज का या नॉन वेज का है आज? वेज का था। और एक मैकपफ। दो कर सकते। एक बर्गर, एक फ्राइज, 2 मैकपफ, एक और मारा बर्गर। आगे लेके इतना थोड़ी खा सकता हूँ। मैक मारा था बर्गर बेस्ट एक्चुअल में ना, मेरा फेवरेट था वो एक टाइम पे। We need you in Vietnam now, please help. हाँ जी, यहाँ से करेंगे ना, काय टेंशन है। अभी नोटिफिकेशन आया है, गाड़ी बढ़ रही Send a new photo, this is not working. That's why there was 1 month.
I'll give it one more try. I don't know why, but I keep coming back every time. I want it more than my life. I don't know.
इसको है ना जी फाइटिंग का वो देता है। जी फाइटिंग का देता है। Use me. और इसको देखा क्या हारी के साथ देखा मैंने. It's good G loss will give them heavy experience. That's true. But they need to bounce back.
Welcome back to VCT Pacific live from Ho Chi Minh City.
Bangla, kaise ho? Sab badhiya?
Match of the day, and it is a big one. It's going to be Paper X taking on T1 to Masters London.
यार
It's
Tags भी cute है यार. उसने बोला उसने मेरा stream
once
देखा था.
again.
Insane, by the way. The players, went in for a tech check, as you can see behind.
मुझे
me.
कैसे
Felt like they were
पकड़ता
going
है
for a
पता
walkout
नहीं.
already. As
G
each
winning
player
arts.
walks by, the crowd is just going crazy here.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an
Love you,
amazing
Ritik
match.
bhai. Thank you for the
You can
200.
already feel it. I'm already getting
159 में member से बात
It's going to
कर
be
सकते.
intense for both these teams. Both these teams
Love you,
only
Biraj
had one
Adigote.
chance to qualify, and they didn't make it work there in that upper bracket. It's last chance saloon for Paper X and
Literally
T1.
someone
How
asked
insane
is
is that
10s
to
playing
say?
today.
These are two
Why
massive
W
flag
question,
bearers
bro?
for the region.
Chilna wala
They've
hai
been
wo.
there, done that. They've lifted those trophies, but now it's a different matter. One of these will not be going.
We were talking to one of the Vietnamese casters yesterday, and he said that the two teams that people are supporting here in Ho Chi Minh are PRX and T1. We've even had some cheers over some of the T1 footage and things like that. So despite the fact that we're here in Southeast Asia, a lot of people have a lot of
ये
big hopes
ऐसा रहेगा
for the
players.
team on your team. It is the Korean super team. They find themselves in an awkward position playing against a very familiar beast in Paper X.
Exactly. This is a match that we've seen
भाई
over and
खतरनाक
over
कुछ तो
again.
venue है
Every
बे.
single time it happens, we always get
हाँ,
such a
होटल
good
में मजा
series.
किया है.
You can see the players looking very happy indeed. We've
होटल
little
से
signs, little
पीछे
props
से
of
आके
arriving
फिर
in
नीचे
our,
से आके.
motorcade, as escorted by our motorcade.
Yes.
But of course,
मेरे को
we
मालूम पड़ गया इन
want
लोगों
to
का
know
setup किधर
in
है.
what form T1 will be here, as well as Paper Rex, because for these teams, they are powerhouses indeed. But again, that stage does transfer.
What are
I discussed it
dance?
before the desk, but again, just to lay out the stakes here, there are no more Korean teams in this event. If T1 goes down here for the first time at an international, we're
सोचो
going to
भाई
have
तूने
only
Korean
SCA
players
teams and
होते
then a mixing
इतने
GE that does have a Korean player. So Yunatan's going to be very lonely over there all by himself.
Yeah.
Have no one to
बे.
go to
He
barbecue.
will. He'll just be talking to Jen the entire time. That's it, Jen. You're my only hope here. But of course, T1, they already know not just that they could be the only team going over to Masters London, but it is that legacy.
Membership.
You have that name.
Yes.
You are
पैसा
playing
नहीं है
on the
भाई.
T1.
एक
Come on.
महीने
There's a lot of
पहले
weight on their shoulders. All five of
फिर
those
ban हो
players
जाऊंगा.
with those trophies, and now to not qualify.
क्या है तुम्हारे
it would just
हरकतें
be
ऐसे है
crushing
भाई?
for those guys.
Speaking
हाँ,
of trophies,
हृदय
we
परिवर्तन
go from
करो.
one Masters winner into another. Our Masters Toronto
Aura,
winners this time
aura.
are coming into the venue. We have Paper Rex here, and of course,
भाई
Paper
सब लोग
Rex,
airports वाले हैं बे.
bracket runs. Are you ready for this roller coaster?
Oh my goodness, they're so good at this. They're at home in the lower bracket, guys.
Love round
This
is
what
nine.
they've done
Love you.
Time and time again. It's no surprise that they're down here. This is what they're best at, but still, they have to put their best foot forward today.
It
It's
is.
not going to be an easy game by any means. We've seen pop-offs from everyone across the board. This is
It
a
is.
team stacked full of potential, but will they realize it today?
Yeah, this matchup runs very deep.
सोचो
We're
भाई
talking
ये
about two teams that
इसमें
have
best
lifted
player
Masters
जो
trophies. They
दिख
were
के आ रहा है वो
both
दवाई है अभी.
representatives at the start
हाँ,
of this year, but
unbelievable
this
खेल रहा है
Paper
वो,
X squad has played
unbelievable.
against the players on T1 in Pacific Finals many times in the past, whether it be the Vision Strikers guys or the DRX guys in Buzz as well as Stacks, or it be the Gen G guys in terms of
भाई
Meteor
वो
and
लोग के
Munchkin.
रूम में
They're very
मैं
well
पहली बार
familiar,
जब गया
and
था
now
ना
it's almost like
कान
some of their
फट
old
के
rivals have
चार
come
हो गया
together
था.
to try to take
ऐसा
them
हो
down
रहा है
one
उनका.
step away from Masters.
That's exactly it. You look at all these players in this matchup, and these are some of the players that have been in the VCT scene since
क्या लगता है
day
आज कौन
one.
मारेगा
We have
जिंगे
Paper
समथिंग
X
जिंगो बोलते
has
जिंगो बोलते
almost
जिंगो
been
बोलते.
unshakable this entire time in VCT. It's very rare to have a core stick together for this long, but Paper Rex, they have this opportunity, they have that privilege to be able to stick together, and that is so rare.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see it a lot. You know, I think you talk about, there's two duos on each team that have really done this. Divide and Forsaken played together there for so long, and then, you know, Buzz and Stacks played together for so long. These are teams that are experienced, that know what they're doing, and know how to play together. This is going to be such a banger match.
These are not going to be teams that choke on the stage either. A lot of veterans in this server. I'm expecting 3 maps here, and I'm hoping for a banger game.
Yeah, and I feel like they're all going to go to overtime as well, because you know the caliber of these players. Let's check out what T1 has to say before this matchup.
I'm here with T1 Stacks. Now, Stacks,
Stacks
you've beat
क्यों नहीं
Paper X so
बोलते?
many times over the course of your career, and now Paper X is the only team between you and Masters London. Who on Paper X do you think is going to be giving you the most problems today?
Jingo.
For me,
4 seconds.
every player in Paperex, everyone is the problem for me. But if I choose 2 players, I go with Dabai and JJ because if they popping up so hard, I think it's gonna be really hard for us.
Jingo
All right, and the last time you were in Southeast Asia was Masters
भाई
Bangkok.
भाई
where
आपने
T1
on कब
won
करोगे?
it all,
मैं तो खेलने
despite all
वाला
the
था,
odds and all
इंस्टॉल
the
करने वाला था,
doubters.
नर्फ
Are
हो
you
गया
still
भाई.
feeling that winningest vibe here in Southeast Asia?
So
and
Tensor
Vietnam?
come back in
I think kinda
esports.
similar-
वो तो वही
similar
आंसर
for
कर
me
सकता है.
because
I don't think in
we have a
2026,
lot
maybe
of
in
fan here,
2027.
So I think it's gonna be same mood like the Bangkok,
Yeah. Are you saying you're going to win it all?
of course.
Of course. Thank you, Stacks.
Thank you.
Ooh, full confidence from Stacks over there. It's so funny. As the interview comes on, you hear the fans, whoa!
Yeah.
They love this team so much. And Stacks is absolutely right. They won Masters Bangkok. It's kind of the same vibe, a familiar territory for this team.
They've earned that respect from the Southeast Asian fans because they've been a winning team. All of the veterans have brought trophies to Pacific. When the Southeast Asians get knocked out of the tournament, you're still going to cheer for Genji, T1, KRX. We all come together to support whoever's doing damage in the event.
Yeah, they're going to be loving that humidity. It must feel like winning for them. So it's all about can they put that run
Pro
together
Max
again? Can they
है
do
बे.
what people don't expect?
Well, I love it. Stacks loves it. Let's see if Paper Rex loves it as well. We'll send it back to Victoria with Paper Rex.
Hey, Forsaken. Now, Paper X has been to so many cities because you qualified to so many. How is Vietnam treating you?
I mean, I think it's my second time here in Vietnam. I really like Vietnam. I really like the food. I try pho, and I think in Vietnam it's really the best pho. And I tried massage like 2 days ago, and for me, I think massage in Vietnam, I think is the best as well.
Really?
So, yeah,
Better than Indonesia?
better than everywhere.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got to try that out. Now, Paper X is in the lowers. You're stressing a lot of the Paper X fans out. And not only that, your opponent is T1. Do you think it's going to be a really tough match today?
I mean, it's still like Pacific team. I think a lot of Pacific teams are really hard to play with, and T1 as well. So I think it's going to be a tough match, and also like, I think it's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be definitely a lot of fun. Good luck today, and thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Oh
You
my
want
god.
extra 1 second? तेरे को कैसे मालूम ये क्या है chat?
I'm eating pho.
EP
I'm
को
getting
पकड़ा
a
अपन ने.
massage
1
here in
second.
Vietnam. I'm not
1
worried at all about
second.
this.
It's not a holiday.
तेरे को कैसे मालूम वो code word? 1 second.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, like, this guy is like just like living the life. But how can you not when you are Forsaken? I mean, come on. This guy is a superstar, and he is on Paper Rex.
Bhai, bhai,
They
क्या हो गया
mentioned
कि
that, like,
follow
you
करो
love
boys.
this crowd. You can see so many Paper Rex jerseys in the
10 के
audience
तुम
right
बोल
now.
दे.
I'm looking at like 5 immediately just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, they're a popular team. They're a
Okay,
popular
chat,
team
one क्या हो गया?
everywhere
Let's
they go,
go.
but especially here in Southeast Asia, I think the crowd is going to be massively on their side today.
Yeah, we can see here both of these teams
तुझे कैसे
topping
पता?
their
वही ना,
groups,
उसको कैसे पता?
respectively. T1
मेरे पे मत
undefeated,
पूछ.
Paper Rex dropping a series to Genji, and they have also both won a Masters trophy. So to miss out on the second Masters of the year and being able to
भाई ये लोग भी G fighting को बुला रहे, देखो.
that success in 2026 would be a little bit disappointing,
Huh?
even if we do have champs around the corner.
And that's the thing as well. Both these teams had massive amounts of success in the group stage, but they're now in this elimination game. So it truly is back against the wall time.
I want to highlight Stacks here specifically, just because I feel like he's having some really, really big gains for T1 at the moment. Not only in Masters Santiago, but also during the course of this series. Stacks has had certain maps where he's just taking over on Info Enia. That Breeze game against RRQ, he just won them the whole damn series by
Man,
himself.
that game was insane from him. He looked like an up-and-coming young talent. I'd sign that guy in a heartbeat.
भाई आज अपने 2 भारी matches था ना?
We're like, wait, hold on.
Huh?
This is Stacks. This is amazing. But he's also one of those players that can come alive on these kind of stages, as well as Buzz. Buzz is also one of the players to watch out for, and he's been looking fantastic on the Neon.
Yeah, I mean, we see it here. They really embraced the spirit
It
of
was a
this
big
meta.
day
They took
today.
Dongshim's learnings from kickoff, from Santiago, and really applied it. I think Buzz has leveled up playing this agent as time has gone on. He looks better and better. He had a couple of little dips, but it was nice to see him return to that form last game.
He only had one bad series, which I think was the one against Full Sense.
Even
Where
as
he
Baldy.
able to get across the line, but to be fair, most of T1 did. I think Buzz that's only playing the Neon has been phenomenal to watch because he's
मैं
paired
भी
with
follow
that
करके आया कि
strong
बस thank you
teammate
अजुल
from
भाई.
yesteryear that initiated Neon pairing.
आपको कैसे कोड रोज पता है? एक
Solo
सेकंड.
duelist most of the time. Yes, they play some Phoenix some
मैंने
of the
तो
time.
सुना.
It's very important. You need prime chemistry between those two players to be able to pull off some of the plays that you want to make.
And again,
2-8.
another pairing that has been in VCT playing Valorant since day one. But of course, you have Paper Rex here, and we've been talking about this core that has been in the VCT circuit for a very long time. And you look at the results; they are so consistent and consistent against.
क्या prediction है?
Leading though, because we're talking about a T1 that is not the current T1 that's come together. This is a very different looking team. Keep in mind that these players on T1 were playing for DRX, were playing for Gen G in the past, and even winning some Pacific Grand Finals or outperforming PRX in certain internationals. So I want to point that out. But also, one of the wins that T1 did get was their most recent series against.
Are you ready, boys?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to draw your eyes down to the bottom. Take a look at the clutches and the thrifties. Because if there's one thing this T1 team can do exceptionally,
Timid, shout out the आपको. Shout out to Timid.
They have that tenacity about them. That's what
क्या
makes
बोला?
them really special. And that's going to be a big story heading into today. Can Paper Rex keep it
वो है
clean?
क्या वहाँ पे?
Yeah, and especially
किधर है?
because, you know, Paper Rex, we are on a roller coaster, guys. I'm just going to call it out there. There are going to be ups and downs here. And when it comes to the rounds, sometimes Paper Rex, they can make really surprising errors.
Yeah, they like to do
Why,
a little
yeah.
trouble.
They do,
They're
they
okay
do.
with that. I think we take a look at the map pool here. The big thing that stands out for me for T1 is just 3 maps that they've not played. Split Fracture and
सारे
Ascent
PRX
in this
fans,
current
सारे
pool.
PRX
They've
fans.
managed to dodge in its
सारे
entirety.
PRX fans.
Paper Rex have shown it all. So I think you have to be leaning T1's way in terms of preparation for this matchup.
Potentially, but also I'm a little bit worried about their match fitness on some
Chat,
of these
जाके
maps.
buff neon
And
लिखो.
the fact that they're kind of changing up the comps and
Chat buff neon लिखो, buff neon, buff neon. इधर जाओ, लाइक सब्सक्राइब करना जितने के गाने में आते हैं. Buff neon लिखो, buff neon, buff neon. Buff neon, buff neon.
Yeah.
Fumbled it.
Maybe they just they were just sad about losing map 1. They lost all the steam. And Permeate is so good, so
Yeah, preview was too good, too good. Have you tried? Where you from originally?
United States. Texas.
Virginally बोलते हैं उसे.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
है क्या देख? Virginally
Yes,
बोलते हैं.
here, if you want to try a coffee, you can try coconut coffee, bro. I tried yesterday. It was
Coconut
super
coffee?
good. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
They're
They
all
just
saying
spamming
buff
buff
neon.
neon.
That's funny. True, bro. Actually,
दर्द
I
में
did an interview
बेचारा.
earlier about talking about the neon.
बेचारा
nerfs
दर्द
stuff,
में
so
यार.
hopefully that goes out. I don't know if people are gonna
हाँ?
see it or not. but-
What do you think is like? It
भाई
shouldn't
इतना
have
बड़ा
been
ट्वीट
done.
किया था इसने.
Like, do you think
neon के
the
ऊपर.
nerf is accurate, or do you want it?
I mean, most of the nerfs were good. Like the only thing that's really bad is
भाई ये फ्रेम एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा. दोनों के मेन एजेंट्स के लवले 4 लगे पड़े. बेस्ट फ्रेम है ये, बेस्ट. हाँ, दोनों के एजेंट के लवले 4 लगे पड़े, लेकिन एक बंदा है रेडियंट, एक बंदा है डायमंड.
Do you think?
oh, like in VCT. Yeah, teams are barely gonna play right now. So yeah.
हाँ?
Mari's here. Alright, chat.
बहुत
Mari's back.
कुछ
sorry.
है. मेरे को तो
Thank
मजा आ
you
गया
so
था.
much.
थोड़ा
Oh,
और
good luck to
नर्व
you.
हो
W, damn it!
बाय डेविड बाय.
Yeah.
भाई यहाँ से व्यू है बे.
I just hold it.
हेलो आर्य जी.
Thank you so much.
जाना पड़ेगा. देखो कलेश हो सकता है घर में, कलेश हो सकता है. मेरी बात सुनो. अभी क्या है ना, घर में है नहीं. अगर वो घर में है तो मैं बकचोदी कर सकता हूँ. अभी वो है नहीं और मैंने बकचोदी किया ना, थोड़ा सा कलेश प्रो मैक्स हो सकता है. हाँ, समझ रहे हो. और मैंने हाय आरी बोला तो वो जारी बोलेगी. समझ रहे हो. तो वेरी रिस्की. Very
that actually
risky.
reveals a little bit more what your intentions are to Paper X. Maybe you do want Paper X to pick first and then kind of
Very
guess
risky,
what you
my
have
boy.
or haven't been working on, and then get to pick the second map of the series. It's not always as straightforward as just pick the better team.
Absolutely. And I think for this veto, I want to see
Ek
what if
second.
T1 are going to choose to head
Coach
towards the
maar
option
raha hai.
they've not shown. I think I'd be feeling more confident for T1 if they are able to do that, because it shows that they
Nahi,
have
nahi.
something more in their pocket.
Well, Buzz is feeling good.
I
That's
can't
for sure.
lose
That
to
was
Coach
a big
twice.
smile on his face. And he said, I'm going gonna
I'm gonna lose my job.
Oh no! His job is on the line here, Buzz. You need to win this.
If they terminate his contract before the series starts, then I think Paper X win, no?
Yeah.
I don't know if Carpe is going in on the
Oh
Neon
no!
guys.
Oh no! Buzz
it's the
just
comeback.
revealed all that.
It's the comeback. Stress.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, very stressful indeed. And I'm not sure why Alex decided to put himself through all of this stress right before this important match. And of course, this is, despite all of the fun that we are seeing on this stage, this is still an elimination match here in Pacific. This is still a qualifier for Masters London. So we might see all smiles here in the service, but this is still going to be cutthroat.
पूरा time है ना सब
I'd
लोग
agree with
दोस्त
that.
लोग
I
हैं
think
यार.
Paper X very relaxed approach though, which is exactly how they kind of operate the best. You know, when the stress gets too high, things get flustered. You know, they don't have a traditional system of having that one idea and that one leader. So you heard it from them themselves when they talked about the Santiago Grand Final. When it doesn't hit for Paper X and things get a little bit all over the place, that's when they're not doing so well. So I think it's better for them to be relaxed in that regard.
Absolutely.
Like karo. We're close to 10K likes, boys.
Right now, we can see what T1 has prepared. I actually do hope that maybe we get a
अपना लंदन तो कैंसिल नहीं होना नहीं रे लंदन तो जा ही रहे.
So they've made PRX ban first. Pearl goes out, something that T1 have played fair bit of. It's been picked into them. Fracture out for T1. I would love for them to play Fracture. I used to love watching Buzz op with Neon on Fracture. We're not going to get for PRX. And there it is. I mean, Frost was even saying it on our desk the other day. T1 have been saying their ascent is very good. They're going to be bold enough to pick it in a make-or-break game for London.
Absolutely.
Come on, love you,
Those first two maps are two of the maps that T1 have managed to kept hidden.
Let's go.
They've not even been banning Split, by the way. It's been the third map a bunch, but they've never even had to go there because they've been winning in such dominant fashion. So I'm so excited to see what they've got cooked up there. And I think Ascent, you know, Paper X, I don't think we'll be mad about
Ascent को कॉल करो ना क्यों नहीं खेल रहे हो अरे उसको OTP नहीं आ रहा वहाँ पे
KRX just the other week, and they played their all comp that they
लॉगिन
played.
करने के बाद जो OTP आता वो नहीं मिल रहा
So we'll see if they can keep that same momentum. You know, Split is a map we
Love from
associate
Resident.
with T1. I
Thank
think about their
you.
double duelist pairing of Izu and Buzz with the Yoru Raze meta. They're going to have to reinvent the wheel a bit, but they understand the fundamentals on this map. So I'm a little bit concerned for T1, I'm not going to lie. They haven't played either of the first two maps in this Vito Breeze. The third map, Decider, is the only map we've actually seen from them.
I mean, I disagree. I like that they're picking those maps. To me, it shows a lot of confidence and it shows a lot of preparation.
अगर मेरा खाना नहीं
Breeze is
आया
going to
ना
be that map 3 decider where we just saw stacks go
चक्कर
absolutely
आके इधर ही
nuclear. So I
गिरूंगा
think this is
भाई
one of those map vetoes where both teams feel
ना
like they're
सोयो
happy.
ना
Yeah, and
खायो
I'm curious about PRX's ascent because Alex did mention that they chose that composition because they didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
So we're expecting
कोई हजार
changes
gift
when we
करके
get to that
energy
map
दो
for PRX, and it's probably on their side as well.
ट्वीट कर दो ऑलरेडी कर दिया भाई पेरेंट्स जीतने वाला है
You see Paper X having a 100% win rate on this map so far. You know, this standard double duelist comp, I think I love this comp so much for them because
Masters में nerf neon होगा yes sir
makes a lot of sense to them. The question mark is obviously on T1. In my mind, you know, I think Buzz is going to be on that
Tens का
Neon,
water
but
देखा
what
nope
style do they take around it? What is Izu playing? Is he on
मैं
that
ओके
chamber?
अगर
Is he
मुझे खा लो ये
supporting?
क्या
They're gonna
लैंग्वेज
opt to play
है
attack first as well, so they're not going to take the approach that some
इसलिए नहीं आ
other
रहे 1
teams have
million
taken into double duelist of we're going to play a senti heavy or a defense heavy comp, something like a deadlock.
एक सेकंड वो नीचे क्या है ये नया अभी एक सेकंड चुत ये सब क्या है नया हाँ ऋषि सर चुपचाप ये लेके आओ अगर ये मेरे को नहीं मिला मैं ट्वीट करने वाला हूँ G wins 5-0.
It's very unpredictable, but is it predictable
I
now in being
need
unpredictable?
this.
That's going to be the big question
I
as they
need
step
this.
onto that stage. And for T1 also,
I
want
need
to see
this.
this team transform on that stage because whenever it comes to all these big global events, T1,
Huh?
they never fail to impress. Something just comes alive with these players, especially Stacks and Buzz. I mean, we saw it in Masters Bangkok as well. I remember that in Masters Bangkok, like my predictions, I predicted T1, and I was like, these players are going to come alive on that stage. Just you wait.
Yeah.
Nobody believed me, by the way.
They're so experienced, right? It's easy to have those be the ones that you're leaning on. But everyone on that team's lifted those trophies. Everyone's been there and done that. So I really think in this match, compared to that match we just saw with GE Full Sense, I think both these teams will look to settle
मैंने
it
ऋषि
a
सर को
lot
मैसेज किया कुछ
faster. I
सामान
do
चाहिए
think
if I
that there's
get
a
it I
chance
won't
that
tweet
once you
tomorrow
get caught off guard a little bit with the pace of
खुला
play,
धमकी
especially if it's going to be that double duelist. So pistol rounds will be massively important. We saw it in that first series, just how much it can matter for that momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to see like for Paper Rex.
Language अच्छा
Come back in these mid rounds that
अरे
maybe don't
screen
work in
shake हो
their
रहा है क्या
favor
कि मेरे
initially,
आंखें shake
because
हो रही
there
है
have been some times where they make a couple of mistakes and suddenly it all spirals. But Paper Rex are still the kind of team that you can't ever count out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have great leadership structure. They have
Hello?
veteran players. So I think Munchkin's a master of mid-rounding for me. And I think he's got the supportive staff of Stacks there. They should do quite well for themselves. You're hoping for a big day for Munchkin.
I am hoping for a very big day for Munchkin.
Both of
That's
these
absolutely
teams are
right.
hoping for a win, though, because they both had some element of
Green check
disappointment in
हो रहा
London,
था।
whether it be that grand final for Paper X or T1.
गांड
maybe
फट
not
गई
making
मेरी।
it as far as they would have wanted to, unfortunately, and going out a little bit earlier than they would have wanted to. And unfortunately, for one of these teams, the disappointment will continue here in the Big 26.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to bring up is I wanted to touch on Jing a little bit because he's had such a fantastic year. But
Jing
then in
balde,
that
Jing
last
balde.
series, he was definitely missing until Split. It was Split where he came alive. Split was that map 3, then he starts to go crazy. So I kind of love that they're starting there for Paper X because if he gets the ball rolling, it's so strong.
What agent was he on Split?
He's on Raid, but that's exactly what I was about to say. We're looking at Split. He
Raise
gets a
नहीं बोलते।
raise. Ascent Breeze, though, he's on Sage Omen duties, so he's going to need probably something to be doing the heavy lifting. The rest of the
Ascent
boys will be
raise
lifting
हो
around
सकता
him.
है।
With the addition of Ascent into the map pool over Blind, we're taking one more raise map away from Paper Rex, and that's where they're going to have to be a little bit more well-rounded, and we're going to have to continue to see fantastic plays from something on the Yoru initially. I wouldn't be surprised if they move to the Jet. I think
they should swap
at some point.
Yeah, I think that, you know, for all of these players, of course, they're going to be amazing on that stage.
8-11
but I
already,
also
guys.
think that
मतलब?
on the side of T1, Izu is such an X factor for this team. He is
Score
such a
predict करो,
flexible
2-0.
player, and he's also one of those players that's so,
Binks, you
so
are
reliable.
23, but you
He's
look
been
like
so good across
15.
a multitude of roles.
Thank
but
you.
Pilsky, what do you think? Do you want them to keep
That's
running this
quick,
chamber
नहीं
style stuff, or would you rather him flex across? Because he's so good at flexing, but he's equally so good at like driving home that chamber.
I don't think Chamber is going to be seen on Split, obviously. Ascent, I mean, we did see Chamber be very popular with that Chamber Vice comp, but the Yoru mixed in. Maybe that's something T1 can go for on
like
that map in particular. And then Breeze as the third map decider. He had a big performance on the Sova, so I don't think we're going to be seeing that there either. Most
नहीं
likely.
split score predict करो
I'm
हाँ
really curious
13-0
to see what is going to come out. I wouldn't say, I don't know. I don't want to count Chamber out just yet from this map veto. I don't know. Maybe.
I think anything's possible,
But
right?
the thing is, it changes
Paid
how T1
chat,
plays
excuse
completely
me.
because there was such
Love
an
from India,
optimism
love you.
in the opening part of the
जी
season.
जीता कि नहीं
all
जीत
throughout
गया
their group, because
कल
he
अभी
played the
finals
chamber. Yes, Buzz
Love
can
bracket
op, but you're just not seeing it as much when they're running the double E and things like that. You know, it's mostly on the defense that they're kind of having that style a little bit more. So
Yeah, well, going into the lower bracket too, of course, Paper Rex, they love this kind of comfort scenario for them. They like it when they're in the lower bracket because maybe it
Love
gives them
from
a little
Ajal,
bit of a
thank
second win and
you.
some extra energy. But also, PRX, whenever we like go into these interviews with them, they always say, we want to put on a good show for you. They want a good show for the audience. With
Let's
that,
go,
you
let's
know
go,
we're gonna
let's
get
go,
overtime,
PRX
we're
2-0
gonna go
please
map
नहीं
overtime,
करो नहीं
we're
करो please
definitely
2-0
making it to
please
Because Paper Rex, every time they get rolled over, they're like, no, we just wanted, this is for the fans.
we've got the best up first. We got Split. Both Paper X, like I think of the Bangkok run.
Big
I think
opener.
of Paper X on Split.
Yeah.
Like surely this first map is 8 OTs. Like is that an exaggeration, guys?
I could see it. I could see it.
It is a little possible. 8, yeah, thereabouts. Maybe 8, 9-ish OTs.
Love from Kastos gang excuse me
God, I
Salim
hate you.
Please.
Yeah, no, I think it could very much be a long day.
Love
at the
from
long game
8-bit,
factory
thank
for both
you.
of these teams.
Go
Because
Karabi!
I think when they're back against the wall, both of these teams rise to the occasion generally, right? Which is a great trait to have. And now you're playing this lower bracket match here in Ho Chi Minh. It's a very different vibe. I think both these teams would have loved to qualify that first time round. Don't get me wrong. And I also
तब तक
think
एक
both
follower
these
क्या
teams
हो
are going to
we
be
are
quite
close to
happy
2k
that they
followers
can do it in front of these crowds. Both these teams have massive amounts of fans. They like hearing that noise. They like feeling the white
बहुत love
noise
मिल
there
रहा
on
है
the
thank
land.
you
So
1 million
I
euro
think both teams, you know, as much as they would have loved to, they're not upset that this is the qualification.
जो हारा लोअर ब्रैकेट नहीं जो हारा वो बाहर यहाँ पे जो हारा वो बाहर जो जीता वो हम लोग के सामने खेलेंगे बेस्ट ऑफ 5 जो हारा वो बाहर
So this is definitely going to be a big match, and again, this is a Masters London qualifying match here, and you look at the possibilities, right? A Masters London without Paper Rex or a Masters London without T1 could be the only Korean team, and that will be a mark of first in the history of
Especially because it's not just in this region where the underdog teams are qualifying. This is going to be an incredibly volatile event where I think experience
मैं
is going to
भूल ही
make a
गया
big
बे
difference. I
लंदन
think for that
क्वालिफाइड नहीं है
reason,
अभी
China
तक
might do a little bit
PRS?
better, but whoever comes out of this matchup and qualifies into the event, I think that they're a shoo-in for making a deep
Love from
placement.
love,
This is
thank
two teams
you.
with some incredibly experienced players. And look, we haven't seen North America shake out just yet, but I think especially looking at EMEA, there's going to be
भाई
a fair
प्लीज
few
मेरे
teams
को
that
खाना
struggle
दो
when they go to
यार
London, I
फ्रेंच
think.
फ्राइज खिलानी है
It's a weird time in VCT. It's a little unpredictable time, but congratulations on making it to Masters London, Bem, you know?
I'll be there with foot. Keep an eye out.
तेल भराना लुका है क्या इधर मेरा तेल खत्म हो रहा है
Famously.